Why hello there my fellow brothers, sisters, gamers, and anime lovers. Buster here again with another reaction video, and this time it's another horror game. And this time I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Ready to fight against these animatronic douchebags that's trying to end our miserable existence in the game. And although I still won't play it unless you people demand it of me, so it's up to you to force me into it. If someone donate me another $500, maybe I can buy the game and then put myself through the torture of playing it. And I don't know how far am I gonna get playing it. Let's know. I am horrible with horror games. So this is another US President's Play 5 Nights series, but this time Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. So we're gonna go into not the restaurant, the top secret facility of William Afton, where he maintains, and freaking creates these. I said twice, makes and creates, maintains, and do his shady business practices. William Afton is gonna be a part of this one as well, because alright, I thought someone came into my room and was preparing to well, aside from the fact that I know I'm alone here, and if someone opens the door, I'm doomed. Thought it was Freddy gonna jump scare me for there for a moment. Sorry about that for worrying you guys. I'm fine. I hope that I don't get nightmares from this. Where was I? Yeah, William Afton. Well, I know a bit of the lore, not completely all of it, but I know the basics of it. So Henry Emily is still someone told me that Henry Emily just came to be a thing later on. I think the 6th game, this is the 5th one, Sister Location, deals with William Afton and when he's developing these alternates of freaking Freddy's Fazbear Pizza robots. So these are designed with ill intent towards you-know-who. I can't say it on YouTube because you know it's an extremely dense minefield and I don't want to step on one. So, alright, let's see. US President's Play, Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, FNAF SL. Let's see. And with the presidents here, and we know what's going on, I hope they're doing alright.
There's no doubting what you've achieved on a technical level.
Voice acting?
These are clearly state-of-the-art.
Yep.
There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand.
I'm impressed.
We were hoping that you could shed some light on those.
They really upped the standards.
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
Free the world. What kind of kid would like that kind of face for a design for the... I think that's the face of nightmares. If I was a kid, I would be... A little story time for you guys, since this is a reaction. We know that we pause a lot, we talk a bit, and we just hang out like chill bros on a sofa. Story time with me. When I was a kid, I went to McDonald's, and when McDonald's came in for my birthday, I ran away afraid of the clown. So my brain wasn't still processing what that was. Was it a person? Was it a thing? It feels like the stuff of nightmares to some children. Not all children will act the same or behave the same. Believe me, the local restaurant here in the Philippines, known as Jollibee, who has a giant bee-like creature mascot, it came to me and I ran away too, like a frightened little child. There are some children I can see have that, and baby over there, I know who she is, just gives me nightmare vibes or nightmare fuel.
Best security guard.
First thing you say on the new series is that.
I had to get my mugshot for pointing out government corruption.
No, you were the government corruption.
Just be grateful Fulton County let you in and out so easily. I made a whole community post about you in jail, and us giving you a PC, only for them to release you 15 minutes later.
Convicts and gentlemen, I welcome you to Sister Location, the 5th installment in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise.
Free the world's best security guard.
Stop saying that.
If you can't tell by the name, this game revolves around a separate location that shares similar robotics to that of Freddy Fazbear's.
Free the world's best.
Shut up, we heard you the first time.
Right. Anyways, do you recall the last part of the cutscene?
Donnie,
There
come
was
on.
A certain name that was mentioned.
Oh, you're right, it was Afton.
William Afton from the last book? Isn't that the purple guy?
Exactly. Now, you guys know why we went over the novel. Again, keep in mind that not everything will line up from that story.
Yep, that's
However,
why I
you
skipped
will
it.
see more of it throughout this game in particular.
Well, let's see what this game gives us.
Daddy, why won't you let me play with her?
Daddy?
No need to fear, I'm right here.
Guys, forgive me for the still faulty and glitchy camera. I have to put away the money that you guys gave me because I need to still pay my student loans and a few bills. So I need to put that away for now. Once I get the budget finished for next month, I can buy the camera and you can have an HD definition ugly mugshot of my face. I don't know if I will traumatize you or will you appreciate the new camera, but it goes to show that you guys donating and helping me out in the channel really does go into helping my life and helping me keep on going with these reactions. And I know that people are still, I still earned a few little hateful bastards over there with following me, a certain someone following me and disliking my videos because they hate me for some reason. I don't know why. I've never hurt people's feelings. I try to be respectful, and like I said, this place is a non-toxic environment and you're the one bringing it in here. So it's up to you guys. I hope you guys still continue enjoying my ugly face reacting to these things that we all can enjoy together. We're just all here just to enjoy. If you have other opinions about me, that's you. I don't have any problem with you, and I don't judge anyone in accordance to what they judge me for. I don't even know why. But still, there's a certain someone out there who hates my guts and I don't know who. Might be a former classmate, might be a former jerk-off that I beat, that I punched in the grade school days where bullying was really annoying that I had to fight back. Remember guys, I am a victim of bullying and I am one of the rare few who fights back.
I might reinstate the death penalty just for that comment.
What are we loading into?
Welcome to the first day of your exciting new career.
Whoa.
Whether you were approached at a
I'm
job
starting
fair,
to dislike
met our
Joe.
ad in screws, bolts, and hairpins, or if this is the result of a dare, we welcome you.
Dare?
I will be your personal guide to help you get started. I'm a Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System.
The audio's kind of low.
Hand unit. Your new career promises challenge, intrigue, and endless janitorial opportunities.
Janitorial.
Please enter your name as seen above the keypad. This cannot be changed later, so please be careful.
Funny enough, this reminds me a lot of the jail.
The name Mike is above the panel. I'm just gonna put that in the name table.
It might be a bit difficult to hit the keys.
Oh, you can
because
press
it's
it?
shaking so badly.
Watch the name on the pin pad not even matter.
It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad.
What a load of
I see what you were
balls.
trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. One moment. Welcome, Eggs Benedict.
Ha, he said Dick.
You are way too old to be making those jokes.
No one's
The hell
too
was
old to
that?
make
Did they
jokes,
release an
prick.
SCP or something?
Imagine that's the jail that they threw you to, the SCP Foundation.
Nothing the world's best security guard can't handle. Just like this game, I'd knock it out of the park.
Well, hand me the bat, because I'm playing the first night.
What hospital elevator did we
Of
even
course,
walk
you
into?
get the easy
Interesting
one.
introduction to the first night. So we're definitely at some sort of establishment for this game. This doesn't look like a restaurant, though.
You can now open
It's a
your door
research
using
facility.
that bright, red, and obvious button.
This is...
Let's get to work.
What are we working on? Where's the haunted animatronics?
I don't know what this yellow tape is, but I guess we're marching ahead.
Looks like a tight squeeze.
Allow me to fill this somewhat frightening silence.
Are we in a
some
damn vent?
banter.
Looks like it.
Due to the massive success and even more
I
so the
hate-
unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's it's
Closing,
clear
huh?
that
I
the
hate
stage is
narrow,
set, no pun
tight
intended,
places.
for another contender in children's
That's what she said.
Oh,
Unlike most entertainment venues,
All right,
our
that's
robotic
for the
entertainers
joke.
Are rented out for private parties during the day, and it's your job to get the robots back in proper working order before the following morning.
And we're in a
We're
gas
now at
chamber
the
now.
primary control module.
So we're a
Donnie,
mechanic
come
or something,
on.
Is that right?
It's between the two front showrooms.
That's right.
Now, let's get started with your daily tasks.
This thing doesn't know how to shut up.
You shut up.
This is the Ballora Gallery party room and dance studio.
This'll be
Encouraging
fun.
kids to get fit and enjoy pizza.
That doesn't
Let's turn
sound
on
right.
the light and see if Ballora is on stage.
Ballora?
Press the blue button on the elevated keypad to your left.
Blue button. What the hell?
Is that a portal?
Uh-oh. It looks like Ballora doesn't feel like dancing. Let's give her some motivation. Press the red button now to administer a controlled shock.
What?
Maybe that
You're
will
gonna
get her
annoy
straight
him.
back in her step.
I saw this in a movie somewhere. Damn!
Talk about shock therapy.
That had to
Let's
hurt.
check the light again.
Oh, there she is. It's like a stage for a ballerina.
Ballora is feeling like her old self again and will be ready to perform again tomorrow.
Yeah, just like Judy
Now, through the
Garland.
window to your right.
What?
This is the Fun Time Auditorium, where Fun
I
Time
don't understand.
encourages
What?
kids to play and share.
So where
Turn
are
the
we?
light. Let's see what Fun Time Foxy is up to.
We're at the maintenance center.
And no Funtime Foxy either.
Get the shock
Looks
ready.
like Funtime Foxy is taking the day off. Let's motivate Funtime Foxy with a controlled shock.
Not much of a choice here.
So are we a security guard or what?
After hours staff.
Well, that did a whole lot of good.
Let's try another controlled shock.
I can only assume this will piss off the carcass inside that metal suit.
At least Foxy's back on the stage.
For now, at least.
Looks like Funtime Foxy is in perfect working order. Great job.
That's another
In
vent.
front of you is another vent shaft. Crawl through it
Hey,
to reach the circus gallery.
why?
What night at the
Why
museum sort of place
though?
is
Why
this?
do you crawl
This is the
into
first time
vent
we've really been able to
shafts?
move a lot as well.
Is this
And
Splinter
I wonder how
Cell?
this will affect
Is
the
this
game.
Our duty
Metal
is
Gear
vent
Solid?
crawling, at least for the time being.
I think we're a little too old to be crawling in these vents.
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
Even the vent itself agrees. Why does every place we work at have the safety protocols?
You have
of
to
a
say where you
sweatshop?
are?
It's just prepping for your foreseeable future, Don.
On the
Well,
other side of the glass is Circus Baby's auditorium.
Circus
Let's
baby?
check the light and see what Baby is up to.
The first night is somewhat direct.
What a surprise. Nothing's there.
Pikachu is warming
Looks
up
like a
his
few
tail
of the
as we
lights are
speak.
out, but we can fix that later. Let's encourage
The
Baby
lights
to
are
cheer
out.
up with a controlled shock.
how suspicious.
You were quick to that one, Barack.
Did you enjoy that or something?
It didn't even do anything.
Let's try another controlled shock.
Round 2. How the hell is there still nothing?
Let's try another controlled shock.
Another one.
DJ Khaled would be proud.
What are we supposed to be
And
looking
another.
Great job, Circus Baby. We knew we could count on you.
She's not there, Robot Man.
Duties for your first night on the job.
We're already
We don't want
done.
you to leave overwhelmed. Otherwise, you might not come back.
Calm down, we're
Leave
not
using
that
the
smart.
vent behind you, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
All right.
So we don't have to stay till 6 a.m. anymore?
Some shifts will vary in length during this game. A lot of the formula is changed here.
And here we go again.
What the hell is that?
Shift.
Doesn't matter.
Move.
Just
Fast.
keep moving.
Sounds like the Hulk is belly flopping.
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
That's going to come back to bite us. Nothing's chasing us, right?
Whatever it is, you should probably just keep moving.
Oh, look at that.
So we just thunderbolt a couple of robots and that's it? Easiest $5 we ever made.
They took out the clock alarm. That's kind of depressing.
Knowing this game, it probably has some hidden Morse code to it.
What the?
Another day, another dramatic entry.
Oh, I remember this.
We're at a
I
house.
forgot about it.
I think
Oh,
we're the worker that's back from
this
work.
is
This is weird.
Michael's room.
You can even eat the popcorn?
This game's certainly stepped up.
Clara, I tell you, the baby isn't mine.
Whoa.
Can't I tell you that it is?
This isn't copyright, is it?
No, it's not. We're good.
Okay, good.
Turns his bottles into powdered milk.
That doesn't mean
I just realized that this is super cool. The fact that they can add this into a small indie game.
I wouldn't define this game as small. Maybe for when it came out, but it certainly made its strides nonetheless.
Yep. Scott Cawthon, you're a treasure.
Pay your child support, you deadbeat.
Sound familiar?
So this is like a soap opera style animation.
Common ground. Tune in next time.
Day 2, let's go.
Well, that pretty much rounds out all of what Night 1 has to offer. So what do you guys think?
Honestly, I'm
Are you
really
gonna-
liking it so far. I don't
Oh,
know mainly
come
why we're
on.
at this
Just
place
night
or even
one?
what we're doing outside of the guide, but it's still exciting to see what's ahead.
So much happened, and I still couldn't even talk about my interview with Tucker Carlson.
We have next night to play through. It takes on average like 20 minutes.
Someone arrest me.
Daddy, you let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go?
Who is this small child that has a very annoying voice?
You just have a problem with everybody, don't you?
Or every child.
To be fair, I'm not a big fan of children either.
End wokeness on Twitter would beg to differ.
Welcome back for another night of intellectual.
And oh my gosh, not that. There has been a change in Twitter or X, whatever. I'm not gonna call it X. Twitter there's a lot of changes ever since Elon took charge. It's no longer one-sided anymore. Both can have a voice, and that's what freedom of speech is. And it's fun to see the fire back and forth between the two sides of traditional people and woke nonsense. It's just basically, I don't agree with it, but you choose to live your life that way, that's up to you, and I don't care. You're fine the way you are. As long as you're happy with your decision, that's fine by me. Just don't expect me to join you in that dark sense of... I'm not even gonna jump into it. I need to stop.
Stimulation, pivotal career choices, and self-reflection on past mistakes.
Oddly
We're
specific.
committed to creating a unique and fulfilling work experience.
Fazbear's
One part
incident.
of that commitment is ensuring that you don't get tired of the voice that you're hearing right now. Using the keypad below, please select a new companion
last one.
voice. For male, press 1. For female, press 2. For text only, press 3. For other options,
It's wafers.
press 4.
There's no damn buttons, you stupid robot.
I guess it's time
It's
to
malfunctioning.
randomly
It
click.
seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for choosing Angsty Teen.
Just what I needed.
No,
Another
no.
Baron.
Speaking of Twitter, you just returned like nothing, huh?
An attack on America was made that day. Priorities had to shift, and Twitter was one of them.
You had a lot of rootin' tootin' Texan support, didn't you?
All due to your administration, which apparently, there's talks that Obama here is running the whole thing from the shadows.
If I was an outsider looking in, I wouldn't be surprised.
I probably should do that, in all honesty. Your administration is a bit tyrannical, if that makes sense.
Wait, how?
This Toys R Us theme song is annoying me. It's like shopping season near Christmas again.
It just seems suspect that you want to arrest your opposing forces.
The elevator stopped. You know the routine. You can get up
That's
now.
annoying to hear.
Whatever.
Angsty
Stay
teen,
here if you
whatever.
want.
Ew, he sounds like K-pop.
That sounds nothing remotely close to K-pop.
Nope.
Is that what all the youngsters listen to now?
So,
Actually, yes.
funny story. A dead body was found in this vent once.
Funny?
Okay, so...
That's not
that
funny at all.
It's a story.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish we had the old voice back.
Who thought this was a good feature to add to the restaurant?
William Afton, apparently.
Hacking kids to death wasn't his worst mistake then.
Okay, let's start with your nightly chores. You should check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage, but whatever.
I can smell the acne through the screen.
Surprise, surprise, nobody's there.
Huh. I guess Ballora has better things to do. Let's zap her. That should be fun.
You hear that?
That's a bad idea.
No, but I heard that.
I really don't think shocking is going to help. What the hell?
What's going on?
The
Is the
angsty
machine
teen
being
drank lean again.
Wait, those
Possessed?
doll heads are blinking.
They've always done that, actually.
It's still going on? How much longer of this crap?
I can't click anything.
Prepare for the worst.
Let's check on Funtime Foxy.
Huh?
Make sure he's ready for showtime.
You didn't
tomorrow.
ask to
Well,
look for
moving on, I
Ballora
guess.
if she's okay.
Oh, Foxy's actually there this time.
Oh boy.
Do we not shock him then?
It doesn't even look like you can. The
What's happening, Joe?
Seems like the robot is saying grape.
Well, no
There
shit.
seems to have been a
I think the AI is being possessed by the spirits or whatever that's been here, because as far as we all know in the Five Nights at Freddy's lore, I'm afraid.
problem with the voice synthesizer.
Oh, of
Default
course.
settings have been restored.
Good.
Please proceed through
I'm
the
getting
vent
sick of
ahead
the
you to
angsty
Circus
teen.
Baby's auditorium.
At least the voice is gone.
I'm surprised you're not melting down and screaming at Joe for not telling you an answer.
I've learned and adapted to Joe, hiding information, very important information from us. Typical government figure.
You can't tell me that
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
I think
you
that's
can't
just you.
tell me that spoiling the game would provide the most enjoyable experience possible.
You do it in a bit of a snarky way almost.
Circus
Yup.
Baby had a busy day today.
Previous experience
Check
says
the
other.
light and make sure she's in proper working order.
We have yet to see this thing.
Oh, Circus Baby, we aren't here to play hide and seek. Let's encourage Baby to come out of hiding with a controlled shock.
Oh,
This
boy.
thing's enjoying all of this.
What the hell? It's not working.
What?
It's not
Let's try
working.
another controlled shock.
See?
Then what the hell do we do?
There seems to be a power malfunction that is affecting our ability to properly motivate Baby.
Oh no.
That's-
Please stand
that
by
doesn't
while I
sound
reboot
good.
the system.
Reboot?
I will be offline momentarily. during
Offline?
this process.
That's not
Various
good.
By
other
yourself.
systems may be offline as well, such as security doors, vent locks, and oxygen.
What the hell?
Commencing
Oxygen
system Restart.
What
It's
the frick
oh
is
no,
this?
no, this is not good.
Joe, why do you have such a weird fetish to throw us into death traps?
What the frick? Everything is offline. What? Life support too? He said oxygen. What kind of nightmare place is this? I've noticed that you're descending, so this place is surely underground. A hidden bunker, maybe? What? To test out the horrors and the evils of the world? This doesn't sound like a pizzeria or anything else. This feels like a secret laboratory for the most demented experiments I've ever heard. This is they're doomed. They're doomed. They don't have oxygen. They don't have security doors. So meaning anything or everything in the freaking place will be gunning for you guys. So I recommend you to just say your prayers and say night night.
Oh, come on. You should
Motion trigger. Entryway vent.
expect it by now.
Motion trigger.
Wait, did she say
Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
the vents are opening?
Well, we're dead.
Ballora gallery maintenance vent opened.
By the way, if Whoopi Goldberg shows up to my funeral, tell her at least I'm not a racist prick.
Wait, do you hear that?
Hear what?
They're
That
coming.
metal sound right there.
I don't recognize you. You
Uh,
are new.
What the hell?
I remember this scenario. However, it's a strange thing to want to do.
Is that baby?
I didn't.
I'm curious what events would lead a person to want to spend their nights in a place like this.
We didn't.
Willingly.
We didn't.
Willingly,
Curiosity.
against their will,
Maybe ignorance.
because of Joe.
Well, damn.
There is a space under the desk. Someone before you crafted it into a hiding place.
And he's gone.
It worked for him. I recommend that you hurry, though.
Why?
You will be safe there. Just try not to make eye contact.
This doesn't
With
bode well.
what?
It will be over soon. They will lose interest.
Wait, who's they?
And of course, here Joe is as quiet as a mouse.
Doesn't matter. We're under the
He
desk.
doesn't
now.
want to
I
spoil
will
the
say
horror.
for this, you might want to look to the side.
Click and drag. What
Oh,
the?
Brock is.
Why is it not dragging?
You have to keep the mouse in the box and drag it across to the other side. It's a barrier that blocks the entrance to the vent entrance.
What a horrible start to the week.
You're telling me.
You hear that, Obama?
Yeah.
They're
yeah, I heard
coming.
that.
Just stay
They're
mindful
coming.
that there are
Every
holes for a reason.
animatronic.
These noises are absolutely horrifying right now.
And here comes the clowns.
To think this all started because of trying to work a maintenance job.
Well, whoever we
I
play
don't-
as
I
clearly
will
doesn't
never
have a
want
brain
to be
cell
a
that's not
maintenance
drowning
man
in Jack
now.
Daniels.
What the hell? Was that an eye?
Kill it. Stomp its head in. We can't be that weak if we're pulling this vent cover.
They're whispering about it. Stop that.
What is it even saying?
How the hell should I know? We're both going
You're
into this
loud.
blind, and you're as loud as an orchestra.
They're chipping away at something.
They're
Wait, what are they
trying to
doing?
open it.
It sounds like some sort of metal is being hammered.
Absolutely not. We don't want you.
Well, they want us because they're opening the damn vent.
What? Stop them then.
Donald, do you have Chica's panties over your face, or are you just stupid? The hell do you think I'm trying to do?
On the side, you should
Shut
try to
the-
coordinate the dragging when they start to pull it away.
That's what I'm doing now. Does that apply to both sides? Like they can pull it from one or the other?
You only have to worry about pulling it to the right. Again, those holes are in the cover for a reason.
Okay, good to know. Oh, no, you don't.
You better hold that as tight as possible. I'm trying to keep my trousers clean.
What does that even mean?
Am
You're
I
gonna
doing
scare
this
him
right?
shitless.
I keep trying to pull back, but it just keeps loosening up. My hands are killing me right now.
Yeah, you got it. Just don't
And
give
they're
up.
gonna kill you.
I'm really trying not to, but I can feel every inch of this cover just slip away. My fingers are pressing the mouse so hard it might break.
You're getting it back, though. My trousers are no longer in danger.
Don, stop saying that.
Somebody's watching them?
What the?
Afton? William?
What's that? You're saying you got defeated, and the world's best security guard wins again.
Donald, don't make me...
Hold on, what's the timeline here? If William Afton was in the interview in the opening, so this is before Five Nights at Freddy's. So this is a prequel from the prequel from the prequel.
come over there and slap you.
When your guide comes back online, he is going to tell you that he was unsuccessful.
Lovely.
That you must restart the system manually.
Lovely.
He will then tell you to crawl through Ballora Gallery as fast as you can to reach the breaker room.
Crawl?
If you follow his instructions,
What is he, a child?
you will die.
Excuse me?
Ballora will not return to her stage anymore. She will catch you.
Well, crap.
The power will be restored shortly. When you crawl through Ballora Gallery, go slowly. She cannot see you and can only listen for your movement.
She's a damn
When
T-Rex.
you hear her music become louder, she is growing near, listening for you.
All this would be solved with a tank.
And be still.
Same.
Thank you
Get
for
the
your
army
patience.
in there.
And
It
it's
seems
back.
that the power system cannot be restarted automatically. You will need to restart the power system manually. Please return to the primary control module.
Yeah, I think it's time to call in Navy SEALs to handle all this bull honky that's happening right now.
Same.
And there he goes picking a fight again.
Something tells me you'd fight a toddler if you got paid enough.
You're telling me I can get paid for what I already do?
Don!
Just jokes. Come on now, you should know better.
I've said this before, but it's hard to tell with you.
You also have this weird obsession where you want to
Says you
fight
guys.
everything in plain sight, like a target lock for anything that stands 6 feet tall.
It's called primal instinct.
You will now be required to crawl
Same.
through the Ballora Gallery using the
Or
vent to your left to reach the
major
breaker
aggression
room.
issues.
Well, here
It
we
is
go.
recommended that you stay low to the ground and reach the other side as fast as possible as to not disturb
Ballora.
And there's
I
the
will
trap.
deactivate myself momentarily as to not create an auditory disturbance. Deactivating.
Well, nothing else to do but dive in.
Ballora Gallery maintenance vent opened.
Can't wait for Donald to be talking over the game sounds the whole time.
Remember what the voice said, sneak and creep as slowly as possible.
I think I see the other side.
I barely can see it.
Is that the lullaby?
Yeah, I think it faded though.
You're
I
doing
think that's
a good
the crack
job,
of the
Barack.
door.
Those headphones should be loud enough to where you can ignore us if we get caught up in conversation. You know Don, after all.
Well, I'm clearly not going to prattle on if the man looks like he's in a tight situation.
You're
Oh, it's
also
a
known
light.
to disregard the feelings of others around you, quite literally from your own words.
It seems you are taking
What the-
a long time.
I thought he
Proceed as
deactivated.
quickly and as quietly as possible.
Yeah, I think we're dead because of that.
That came booming like a football stadium.
It's absolutely crazy to me how we haven't been met with a face of
I
death.
can hear
You know,
something.
typically when someone
Stop,
says that,
Brock.
they mark a hex on their good fortune.
Donald's track record proves it as much. I'm very meticulous about that sort of stuff.
Of course, you and Sleepy Joe feel that it's necessary that you have... What the hell?
That's close.
All right then.
We're just going to ignore whatever nutcracker dancer just broke into this place?
Relatively speaking, I doubt that even mentioning her would even go well.
Is that the Ballora thing that you were mentioning earlier? That pile of pure garbage?
Yes. Remember, this is a whole different array of animatronics because this is an entirely different location.
I'm worried that the very moment that I'm at the door, she'll ballerina twirl us into a death trap.
Yeah, I can hear
You're
from
almost
the
there.
left.
Just buckle your head down and take the punches to get past those final inches.
I guess that's just what I'll do. Oh, that is super close.
It's like hearing her breathe down your
behind you.
neck.
We're just going for it.
Gun it!
Are we in?
Either that or Ballora has a wide crevice.
Trigger breaker room.
This looks
You may now
dangerous.
interface with the breaker control box. Using the interface may disrupt nearby electronics.
Freddy?
Wait, do you see that?
That's Freddy. What the hell?
Feel free to disconnect the interface temporarily.
Why
until
is
it
he
safe
white?
to reconnect.
As a heads up, you might want to click the space bar.
That's spooky.
Oh boy.
We're victim to a giant cat and mouse escapade, aren't we?
So the deal is that you obviously have to repair the breaker, but you have to make sure that Freddy stays as far away as possible.
Come to think of it, I think this is the first time we actually get to see Freddy. He has an entire new look, doesn't he?
He needs to check himself back into the cleaners if he wants to get all that white stuff off of him.
I'll ignore all that. I'm being really cautious with Freddy right now. I don't know what I should be looking out for.
You're getting used to your atmosphere, but I would open the panel whenever you're ready so you can take a crack
Yeah,
at things.
stop staring at it and do your
Oh,
job.
what the hell?
It's like the blueprints to a Manhattan hotel. The hell?
Was that Freddy?
I don't care if it was Rumpelstiltskin. We need a Mac 10 delivered to us pronto.
I don't disagree.
You see the danger level up at the top?
Whoa! You're a tad bit too close, aren't you?
So wait, are we just going to ignore the fact that we've just accepted we have more animatronics? Why are these things moving around?
Asking questions for answers that will come later. Not wise, as you should know.
Okay, he's back.
Something tells me this is just going to be a balancing act. And I have to go for it.
No worries. Don here will defend us once more by flailing his arms at Freddy.
It's called primal instinct. Man likes to be on top of the food chain, but there's always challengers out to rival his dominance. I'm here to remind everybody that I'm top dog for a reason.
Your challenge list includes a child, a sock, a piss-stained dead guy, Sesame Street toys, a spider, and an overgrown teddy bear.
That spider had you squealing like a child, so I don't want to hear it.
I just find it rather interesting that you have a vendetta chart for anyone who crosses your path in the wrong way.
If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. If you blow my back out, you won't have any back when I'm through with you.
No, that's a threat. Man,
You are
Donnie.
too old to be making innuendos, Don.
Hold your horses, Barack. I'm still wondering why he wants to fight everything.
Wait, where the hell did Freddy go?
Are you serious? You lost him?
It's not like I'm Joe. Whoa!
I need
Whoa!
to get a breath mint. I can feel the scorch of his teeth.
The top G coming through
Go
again.
back
huh?
to your place.
Listen, you guys always find yourselves on polar opposite sides when it comes to our conversations. But don't tell me that you have never felt the need to fight for what is yours.
Barack's wars are evident of that stance.
Joe, what the hell?
You harass Donald a lot. You've got to have a taste of your own medicine.
Humble yourself, Obama. That's the Democrat that I like to see.
Joe, he literally called you a dumb son of a bitch no more than a month ago.
Am I wrong?
Why do you think he's getting arrested?
Prove my point some more, you dumb son of a bitch.
And there it is.
Donald's been letting you have peace for a while now. But you've also done more than he has.
Excuse me, but you're talking to the world's very best security guard, the very best. I'm not just some pushover laying down in the dirt.
Oh,
if we're
boy.
talking PvP, I'm the president that sets the precedent.
Is the Riddler filling in for Donald Trump today?
So you're saying that you're the best?
At anything and everything under the sun. You name it, and I best it. Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Halo, PUBG, Fortnite.
I thought you said you didn't play Fortnite.
I don't, but I know I would be the very best at it.
From what I've seen, the building can be quite complicated.
That'll be no problem for the...
Well, there is a no build function, so it can go bite a butt cheek because I hate building in a battle royale game. It's like I need to do this and do this at the same time. It's not just my style. It's never been my style to, if I'm gonna micromanage or at least multitask, it would be an RTS game, not in a battle of life and death. Just building, let me build a wall and then I get headshot right immediately, right in the face. I hate that more than anything.
The Donald Trump over here. Haven't you seen how I constructed Trump Tower? I'll start from
Whoa,
the ground
it's
up.
getting
and these
dangerously
silly minis will have
close.
no idea what hit them.
I have absolutely no
Back
idea
off,
what you're
Freddy.
talking about, but I doubt it has anything to do with the game in question.
Where is he now?
You've just never seen me tear through any of these lobbies. Just like the ring, I put the Trump in Trump card.
What are you even talking about anymore? I've seen Gustavo Fring say more coherent stuff than you have.
Well, at least you've watched more Breaking Bad.
It is a good show so far.
Donald, you seem like more of a competitive checkers player.
More like a competitive eater.
That's fine. Me and you can compete in a hot dog eating competition, and Joe can make our food. He can be our personal chef.
Wait a minute.
What?
Something's wrong with that statement. I can't really tell what it is, but it's something.
Be a competitive forgetter and stop thinking about it for your own sake.
All right, this is the last one.
The danger level.
Great job.
There we go.
This completes your task.
Where is he now?
Hell yeah.
Please proceed back through the Ballora Gallery.
Where is he now?
And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Did you guys pick up on what he just said?
If I'm correct, we have to crawl back through Ballora Gallery, right?
Yep. Job's not finished just yet. You already know what to do. You just make sure you're on your toes.
I don't hear anything. Where's the music at?
Maybe Ballora twirled into a damn hole and died.
I'm just finding it odd. Donaldy, you just had to say something, didn't you?
It's not my fault that this thing has the ears of a damn elephant.
I can hear someone creeping through my room.
No, you don't. Go back to sleep and never wake up again.
Joe, do you have anything to add to this current scenario that we're in?
Again, you already know what to do. Even if you don't hear the music, you should still proceed throughout the area with caution.
Perhaps not.
Yeah, that's right. Cover your eyes with your tutu and go back to sleep.
What sort of place just has these vents accessible to the public anyways?
Of all the things to focus on, you choose that?
The shift is over. We're actually free.
No jump scare today.
Congrats on you.
That lasted way too long for our own good. That felt like an actual night at a job.
It's like I just watched an episode of The Addams Family.
Oh yeah, this again.
As the sun sets,
Oh, this is the Addams Family.
Chew with your mouth closed.
You're one to talk.
Can they be reconciled? Can their love rise
Says
again?
Mr. Ice Cream.
That and more happening now.
Do we live in a retirement home?
Clara, the baby isn't mine.
It is, Vlad. They had trouble catching him in the nursery today.
So what? Lots of kids get hyper and run around and stuff.
They had to knock him out of the air with a broom.
This is like trailer park relationships.
They're going to dock your paychecks.
They can't do that. I'm a vampire. I don't get paychecks.
You work the graveyard shift at the Fry Me Taco. Don't lie to me.
Damn.
Oh, the humanity. When will the heart
Pay the
break
child
in?
support, man.
When will these two ships passing in the night rekindle their long-lost love? Tune in tomorrow to find out.
This is strange.
If I had a tomato for every time I regretted watching that, I would have one tomato.
Well, there we go through night 2. If you guys haven't figured out, we're going to be doing different things throughout
Make
each
sure
and
it's
every
not
night.
rotten.
So there won't be any repetition.
Someone
Yep.
fly me to Maui.
Daddy, just once let me go play with her.
Shut up.
She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?
Interesting. Henry was the one that made the robots, right? So is this Charlotte that's talking?
Welcome back to another pivotal night of your thriving new career, where you get to really ask yourself, what am I doing with my life?
He's
What
not
will
wrong.
my friends say? And most importantly, will I ever see my family again?
Excuse me?
We understand
that's
the
a bad
stresses of
thing.
a new job, and we're here for you.
Clearly.
To help you reach a more stable and
That's a bad
relaxing
thing to
frame
ask.
of mind, we offer several musical selections to help make this elevator ride as relaxing and therapeutic as possible.
Okay, what
Okay.
We
music?
offer contemporary jazz, classical, rainforest ambiance, as well as a wide selection of other choices.
I'll take
Jazz would be
classical.
Using the keypad below,
I'll take classical.
please type the first few letters of the musical selection you would prefer.
Great. My favorite nausea keyboard.
It seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will autocorrect
What?
it for you. Thank you for selecting Casual Bongos.
You know
Oh,
what? I'm not
no.
mad at that.
Huh. It's actually not
Now
that
that
bad.
your elevator experience has been
I've heard
customized
worse
to your
bongos
needs and you're
before,
thoroughly
and I thought
relaxed,
it would be
it's
that.
worth mentioning that due to your lackluster performance yesterday, your pay has been decreased by a substantial amount.
What?
Please enjoy the rest of your descent.
Wow.
Lackluster performance by ensuring our livelihood. Yeah. We should have just been homeless.
The good news is that these bongos are caressing my eardrums.
I guess our character's just twerking now. Makes me wonder what in Gravy's name is going on.
We've been accepting a lot recently with this new game. Something to note is that none of the games mentioned another location with an entirely different roster of animatronics.
Sister location could be a loose term as well. We don't know how related
Due
this
to
rest.
unforeseen malfunctions from today's shows, your nightly duties will require you to perform maintenance that you may or may not be skilled enough to perform.
Why?
Fantastic.
It became
Another death
necessary
trap.
for technicians to attempt to disconnect Funtime Freddy's power module. However, they were unsuccessful.
And we will
Allowing
be.
them to try again would be an inefficient path forward, as we would need to allow 6 to 8 weeks for recovery and physical therapy.
What are they talking
You will need to
about?
reach the parts and service room on the other side of Funtime Auditorium to perform the procedure yourself.
This sounds like it'll be
Let's
fun.
check on Ballora first
Or
and make
you-
sure she's on her stage.
You're not the one playing.
What the?
She's a fidget spinner now, too.
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Ballora
Why is she-
Gallery.
No,
Is
it's
she
not.
mangled?
Check on Funtime Foxy.
This is a
It's important
disaster.
to make sure she's on her stage before entering.
And of course, she's not there.
Are you surprised?
Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium.
Earth to robot. Are
There
your
is no
chips
need to
fried?
check
Foxy's
on
not
Baby
in there.
tonight. Please refrain from entering unauthorized areas.
It wasn't letting me
Proceed
shock
directly
either.
to Funtime Auditorium.
Uh-huh.
Can't wait for Foxy to gouge my insides with his hook.
He said there's no reason to check on Baby, but that vent opened.
Decisions, huh?
Exactly. That's there for a reason. I'm going through it.
Remember, curiosity killed the cat. Just like how you're going to kill Larry Sinclair for coming out with the truth about you.
What a time to bring that up.
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
When else
What?
am I supposed to? When our robot friend is on his 15th run-on sentence.
I saw that interview. Kind of felt nice not to be the only Democrat being fried.
No substantial evidence either, just pointless and spiteful accusations. Also, there's nothing really to do in here, so I guess we just wasted our time.
No substantial evidence, Obama. That story had more details than a Harry Potter fan fiction. Stop trying to play off damage control here.
It was an interesting interview, to say the least. However, I'd prefer to avoid the drama of things for now.
You defecate on my chest daily. What are you talking about?
Circus gallery vent.
Historically accurate.
That means we can only move through her lair.
Wait, it's a she now?
Yeah, didn't you hear the voice log?
I thought Foxy being in the closet during FNAF 4 was only metaphorical.
Funtime auditorium maintenance vent opened.
Oh, cool. Pitch black darkness.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated.
We're
For
dead.
this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her.
Oh, that's the flash?
You've been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However,
What
use
the-
it as
Wait,
sparingly
what do I
as
do?
She's
possible.
right in front. She's right in
Proceed
front of
forward To
you.
reach the parts and service room.
Be quiet, Obama. Matters like this require sneaking through the facility with silence.
Where did that come from?
I told you to be quiet, Obama.
You're
Now
the
look
one-
what you did.
I wasn't even
Donnie, you're the one blabbering like a... Donnie, that's on you, man. I always root for you, but you're the one who put your foot in your mouth this time. You kept saying, keep it down, keep it down. You're the one making the noise.
talking hippo face. What else do you want me to do?
Now we can save the arguments and the insults for the electoral debates. Let's all be civil here.
Challenge impossible.
It was our first death, too. We were going pretty strong for a decent amount of time.
Well, direct the stage light because the star of the show is walking down the red carpet.
What?
He's saying that the world's best security guard is here, so give him the keyboard.
I'm impressed you understood that.
You think
Wow.
I'm not?
Now, what you're
An
about to see is a
accomplishment from Joe.
masterclass of excellence.
Funtime auditorium maintenance vent open.
That was the very
Floor's
first
all yours.
jump scare.
Don't mind me
Like
when I make a
Ballora,
clean getaway with
Funtime
the whole
Foxy
gang.
is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to
Now, I'm certain there's a term to describe the sequence of events that my eyes have just
Donnie.
Comeuppance?
No, hilarious, but that works too.
Oh, what is this?
They're not letting up with the mini games, I see.
I'm circus baby now. Might as well put the makeup on because I look like a whole circus clown.
Hence the name.
So what do I do here? Just grab this cupcake?
Is that an EDP reference?
I'm the best around children, like a babysitter through a horror movie that always finds a way to survive.
Why is everything a competition to you?
Life is a competition. You
Yep.
can't play the game if you don't have any.
Interesting how you get this ideology off of a Flash game.
Where are all the kids at?
Joe?
Why are you making that joke?
What joke? I was just going to say it's going to be your turn.
I don't have any cupcakes left. How am I supposed to feed all of these ungrateful children if I don't have any cupcakes?
I like how they're all staring at you mindlessly, just waiting for that sweet treat to never end up coming.
Well, I'm glad that you're having a good old hoop and a holler. The problem is now that I'm about to run out of time.
Realistically, I would be baffled if you won the mini game to begin with.
And I died. Someone summoned a death ball and I evaporated like a rain cloud.
At least Joe can carry us through this.
Come on,
About
Joe.
my turn. That's actually something else that I wanted to run by you guys.
Run by us?
What are you pulling here?
This game does not have the same nightly mechanics as the previous games. As such, every night presents a unique challenge, and to allow for a more immersive experience, I really don't want to act as emergency support during these challenges.
You just said a whole lot of nothing, huh?
So you don't want to guide us that much because it would be too much of a crutch?
Precisely.
Spoil.
You're telling me that you're just going to take it easy, sitting in the passenger seat while I'll be risking my life against these freaky frights?
The only problem that I could see is getting stuck on a certain part where we just play the level over and over again.
You can see where the game takes us. For now, I think you should try again, Barack.
For being a president, you sure suck at leading.
Guess who's back, everybody?
This can only yield good results when the captain is making us
Donnie,
with blindfolds
shut
on.
your trap.
Donald,
Shut.
just be quiet and allow me to focus. The main goal is to try to get through this as quick as possible.
To keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her.
We are getting hit with haymaker after haymaker on this one. Joe, I think it's time for you to step in
guys
and take
stop?
the wheel already. My face can only get so inflated.
There's a reason I want you guys to keep at it. Try again, Donald. You'll get it eventually.
Optimism is the key here, Donald.
What do you mean? We suck. We're like preschoolers trying to open a whole Amazon package. How optimistic can I be?
Well, it could always be worse. It's not like we're here for 6 hours every night. We just have to get past this small roadblock.
Unlike Ballora,
Shut up already.
Foxy
I've heard it
is
15 million
motion
times. You don't have to inform
For
me
this
how to
reason,
survive.
it's important to
Apparently
keep
he
the room
does,
dark,
because we
as
aren't
to
getting
not
10 seconds
accidentally
into this
activate
thing.
her.
What if I just
You
barely
have been
move? Will that
provided
change
with a-
anything?
Well then,
Can
What am
you
I
guys
supposed to do?
stop
I'm swimming through the
talking?
compound like a swamp snake, and this fruity fox still finds a way to engulf me sideways.
I'm noticing that we're not always getting the mini games after we die.
Something tells me that we're going to be here for a while.
I wonder
why.
why.
Proceed forward to
Stop
reach the
talking
parts
and
in
listen.
service room.
Maybe you can hear the
Well,
pitter
we haven't
patter.
immediately died yet. Maybe that's a good sign.
Shh. Shh.
Oh, come on. I was probably so close.
Joe, for the love of everything good, please get us through this. It's only night 3. I want to move on already.
There's purpose behind pain. I believe in you guys.
There has to be
I'm gonna
talent behind how
strangle
stupid
Joe.
you can be.
Oh, like you're one to talk. Just play out the round. It won't kill you.
Well,
Okay, maybe it will.
oh, and we're back to this old charade again. Wendy has to deliver the Frosties to all the ungrateful children before she explodes or something.
Makes me wonder the overall lore here. We don't really know much about how this place really operates, but we can only assume that the sentience of these animatronics implies that there's other forces at work.
All I'm wondering is why little Sally requires 3 whole cupcakes to make her satisfied. Are her parents feeding her dog food?
Either that or just ice cream.
Maybe some chocolate chip.
Yes, some chocolate chip.
And just like that, we dissolve into nothingness. The story of Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, the misery of starting this game back up. Will we land a different fate? Only time will tell.
Spoiler warning, we're gonna die.
Proceed
Yep.
forward to reach the parts and service room.
Just get it over with.
All right, no death just yet.
Don't jinx anything. Just keep moving, fast moving with the atmosphere of the room.
So, what do I do? Flash the light? Oh, come on, it looks so far away.
Remember, flashing the light is necessary to see where you're going.
Dare I say I don't want to get consumed again.
What the?
What was that? Why did it have organs?
Joe?
Don't look to him for any quality answers. We might as
I really want to see that because I'm
Light
curious.
is necessary to see where you're going.
Dare I say I don't want to get consumed again.
That was not Foxy. What is that? What is that thing? And why is it looking down my soul, preparing to jump down my throat?
Again.
What the?
What was that? Why did it have organs?
Joe?
Don't look to him for any quality answers. We might as well be asking a vault door to open sesame.
Listen, you guys can harass me all you want, but again, try to stay quiet during these moments. Audio is crucial during these parts.
Well, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything of that matter. There it is again.
Just keep the comment to yourself. He was ready to pounce as soon as you said anything.
You must not be a fan of trash talk, despite looking like trash.
Oh, didn't expect that, Joe.
Wait, is that Freddy or something?
Talk about a wardrobe malfunction. When was the last time you saw a robot with no shielding?
I could say yesterday when I had to be around. When I had to be around Jack Smith, but the last thing I want is more judicial filings in my face.
I'm not too surprised at that answer. Have we even moved? I feel like we're making no... Wait, what was that?
We're home free.
Trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service.
It wasn't
seems
easy.
that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier.
Should.
The release switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw. To reach it, we will first need to open the face plates.
Oh no.
You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important to be as precise and as careful as possible.
Yep, we're
Locate
dead.
the small button on Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it.
Small button near the right cheek. Is this it?
That's left!
For clarification, please note that I'm referring to Freddy's right, not your right.
Well, Oh, hello there. You look disturbing.
Great. Now locate the button under his left cheek and press it.
Are you sure that's the right left, Obama?
Great. Now carefully locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye.
Right eye? Oh, I think I see it.
Great. Now carefully locate and press the button just above Freddy's nose.
Good luck finding that one. Ah!
Why did that have so much pressure on
Oh
the
my
faceplate?
gosh!
Faceplates should now be open.
The sound alone!
Locate and press the small button on the underside of Freddy's endoskeleton
It's a good thing I'm
jaw.
not screaming.
My, what lovely teeth you have, Grandma.
Is this the button? Feels like we're stripping him.
The chest cavity
Getting used
should
to
now
it
be
now.
open.
What's
Remove
beeping?
the power module from the chest cavity.
That's the power
Great
module?
work.
Power
You will now
module,
be
I guess.
required to remove the
This is
secondary power module from the Bonnie hand puppet.
We got a problem here.
I'm looking. He just disappeared right out of his hand.
If you guys didn't hear, you have to find Bonnie and press the black button to release the power module.
Wait, I hear something. Is he scrambling around?
There he is.
So wait, what am I actually supposed to do then? Fend him off or something?
Well, the voice said that you had to press the button under his nose. You'll have to muster up a good reaction to be able to click the button in time.
Good to note. I'll have to keep my wits about me then.
Well, what are we doing? Are we just going to be sitting ducks like last time while Obama does all the heavy lifting?
I thought I had him.
Go get him, Obama. Show him what for.
Oh, geez. Can you not be so loud?
Yep.
At this point, my hearing aid is going to need a hearing aid.
Listen, I'm a big person and a bolder businessman.
Is that why you always type in caps, because you're so loud in the real world?
No. At first it was...
Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release
Not
the
his
power module.
nose.
I'm trying to, you stupid voice.
Anyways, at first it was because I couldn't find out how to turn off cap locks. But it was a blessing in disguise. Because now I see the overall benefits
Bow tie,
of
not his
typing
nose.
in all caps.
And what's that?
Now, I don't say things. I declare things. It gets the attention that I need and emphasizes the point that I try to make.
I think it just makes you sound like you're desperate for attention.
It's better than what you do. I've seen Siri produce more human emotion through text.
I'm just to the point. There's no need for any over-the-top language or foul activities. I say what's on my mind and leave it at that.
I mean, I do similar things.
Can you two ever disagree on anything? I've read erotica with less romance than you two.
We're still human.
Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
We absolutely disagree on things.
Like what?
Well, I cannot stand whatever cologne Joe puts on. It makes him smell like a dusty cedar chest.
Finally, someone said it. I hated pretending that I didn't have to cough half the time.
I don't wear any cologne, Barack.
Oh, what's that smell then?
Is
I wasn't aware I had a smell.
It's called being musty.
it can even attack
But while
you.
we're
It's
criticizing
small.
things about each other, I just wanted to say that Barack looks like a walking cashew.
What does that even mean? Do you have any room to talk, Count Dracula?
And I thought I was brutal.
Now it's just getting ridiculous. That was pointless.
Are you serious?
Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
Okay, so we actually have to hit his bow tie. I'm glad I was able to listen the second time around.
Can we not
Upper
spend
right.
our eternities trying to get back here? At this point, we should use the Dragon Balls to get past this night.
Trust me, I
Dragon
want to get
Balls.
this over with as much as you guys do.
I really don't believe that.
I don't believe anything Joe says.
Doesn't help when the news does nothing but slander us up and down like a cheat code.
That makes me wonder how Bush able to completely sanction himself from the news.
Not really do anything of relevance?
I don't do anything of relevance yet. I'm getting a 12-course meal about how to use toilet paper from NBC.
It's also been about 15 years since he was president.
He's also very much in the news, maybe not in the headlines as much, but still in the news.
I doubt he also tells you about it because during the 2016
Press
campaign,
the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
you treated his GOP like a failed vasectomy.
That's not true. A failed vasectomy is more successful than what he put together, such a failed presidency. What he did to the American people will be forever known as a travesty.
You know, when we did our 50K special on this channel, he actually contacted me.
For what?
First, he congratulated our booming success, but he implored the possibility of having him on here.
No.
No.
He's already my technical cousin. I don't want to see him more than I have to.
Wait, you're related?
In the loosest way possible, but yes.
I see the resemblance.
No, you don't. I'm as related to Bush as you are to Mel Gibson.
I'm not even related to Mel Gibson.
My point exactly.
Press the large black button beneath Bonnie's bow tie to release the power module.
Wait
Anyways,
for
is
it
that
to
a
get
stern no
up.
for having him on here?
Obama entertained the idea back then, and I wasn't really listening while playing the game. But yeah, I think I'd rather be closer to Lee Harvey Oswald than Bush.
That's an interesting reason, but for me, it's because he's slandered my name more times than I can count.
And Donald hasn't?
Well, that's Donald. He's not all there in the head.
I wonder if Bonnie still has his ding-a-ling.
See my point? Oh, I got
Finally!
it. That was an
You
accident.
acquired both power modules. This completes your tasks for the night.
Let's go!
Please exit the building through Funtime Auditorium, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
Finally, that
Wait,
was a lot
we
of
have to
jump
get past
scares.
Foxy again.
Joe, please tell us what we need to do here.
Same thing as before. Use your camera to navigate through the facility.
You know what this means, Donald. I think you can agree that we don't want to do this again, so keep quiet.
For once, I'll try to...
Wow, he did become quiet. She's not showing up. Where is she? I can't even hear it. I don't hear her. Where is she? This is not. I have a bad feeling about this.
No! You were right there. We were so close.
Before you guys freak out, just listen to me. We're going to end the episode here.
What? We didn't even beat the night.
Trust me, there's a reason, okay? We're ending it here.
If you guys don't see Sleepy Joe next week, assume he's sleeping with the fishes.
Daddy, she can make balloons.
Wait, what?
Have you seen her make balloons?
Didn't we fail last night?
Daddy, let me go to her.
Did we get some death dialogue or something?
Our last thoughts before we bleed out from Foxy's jaw imprint.
Wait, what are we in?
You're about to find out.
Joe, it looks like I'm caught in a mouse...
Be still.
What?
Quiet.
What's going on?
Why are you asking?
What's this?
For quite a while.
Sleeping?
Oh, he's inside an animatronic. Oh my gosh, like FNAF 2
Last night,
Excuse me?
with the.
but they couldn't find you.
Shouldn't it be obvious? I was...
Have you hidden too well?
What a
Hidden? What?
I kidnapped you.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not good.
And we just roll right into night 4? What?
That's why I told you guys not to freak out and to end last episode where we did. Because even though we technically died, we still beat the night.
What a sham this game can be.
So what am I supposed to be doing now?
Don't be afraid.
Oh, well, all right
I'm
then.
not going to hurt you.
Doubt it.
I am only going to keep you for a little while. Try not to wiggle, though.
Why not?
You're inside something that came from my old pizzeria.
There's another one?
I don't think it was ever used. At least not the way it was meant to be used.
That's
Too dangerous.
too dangerous?
Just kill us already.
It's just big enough for one person to fit inside. But just barely.
Oh, we are so dead.
We're going to be...
When I listen to. Is that Baby? Because as I listen to Baby, she's becoming more creepy with her voice, with how she inflects it and make it sound like when she's trying to tell a story, it feels you can say it sounds like a kid and it sounds innocent, but there's some kind of sense where you feel like there's an underlying threat, or she means something else in an ill intent. So it really is playing on the vibe of trying to look innocent, but she's actually dangerous.
Put on a t-shirt
You're
soon.
in the scooping room.
The what?
Do you know why they call it the scooping room?
I don't even want to know.
Because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper.
Did she just call us a dummy?
That would be obvious.
At least I'm not a rotting midget.
Isn't that a fun name for something? The scooper.
Yeah.
It sounds like something you would use for ice cream.
We have some of that from our ice cream over here. Down in the kitchen.
Like something you would want at your birthday party to ensure that you get a heaping portion of every good thing.
She's just talking at this point.
I wonder, though,
Yeah, she's just droning on and on.
freshly opened pint of ice cream, how you would feel about something with that name.
12 minutes of yapping later, we're still gonna die.
Yeah.
Quiet down, Don.
Opened pint of ice cream feels anything at all.
Is this a metaphor?
It sounds like someone else is in the building. Shh.
Save us! Get us out of here!
Something tells me that's probably not going to work.
Okay, bring her over. Forward. More. Okay, stop. Set her down. Watch the step.
Who is that?
What happened to it this time? Just seems like these things can't go a day without breaking down.
Sounds familiar.
It's always the same, man. Some kind of...
Sounds familiar indeed, Joe.
Well, hey, I have to be somewhere in 15 minutes, and this place gives me the creeps. We just get this over with.
It's directional.
I'm
I can
actually
hear it
lost right now.
on the right side.
Just get her on the rollers, and we can go.
It sounds like they're trying to repair something.
Why did we not scream? Are we stupid?
I still don't know what we're in.
Are we in a workshop right now?
If I couldn't hear before, I definitely can't hear now.
It sounds like I'm in a wind turbine.
Seriously, Joe, what's happening right now?
I guess it can be a bit tedious when it sounds like you're
Just
in a
tell
kiosk
them,
shop, but
Joe.
Trust me, you'll find out in a few.
Wait, do you see that, Obama?
See what? Oh, that thing. What is that?
Wait, is that Ballora?
I don't know. It's super hard to see.
I'll most likely have to adjust the brightness of the video while editing, but yes, that is Ballora that you see moving in front of you.
Is that what the other guys were talking about when they said something was broken?
Knowing this place, I'm surprised the whole Shark Shack hasn't exploded in flames like the third game.
Shark
Especially
Shack.
with all of us being the mechanics.
Uh-oh.
So are all the animatronics going to come out now?
There's something very important that I've learned how to do over time. Do you know what that is?
Why would I know that?
How to pretend.
How to pretend?
Do you ever play make-believe?
Yeah, 3 different marriages worth.
Pretend to be one way when you are really the other.
I could say a joke here, but I won't.
Hold on. Pretending to be one way when you're really the other. I think you're foreshadowing that Baby has been pretending to be kind and helping to us, but in actuality, she's just using us. Tell me in the comment section if I guessed that right. Because with how this freaking series have been telling us to be wary of suspicious adults, I think Baby hits that red flag right over there, because I don't feel good listening to her advice anymore.
Not with this fandom.
Laura never learns, but I do.
Learn what?
Shouldn't have asked that.
They think there is something wrong on the inside.
I don't necessarily disagree to that.
The thing that matters is knowing how to pretend.
Are we in a fever dream right now?
Wait, something's about to go down. Our nuclear fallout shelter better have us protected. Whoa! What the? She's getting fondled!
What the hell?
Did they just break her apart?
That's the face of someone who ate McDonald's breakfast.
I don't look like that at all, Joe.
I'll open the faceplates for you.
What? With that thing?
That way they can find you on the cameras.
Whoa, what are we in?
Now all you have to do is wait.
So wait for what? The apocalypse?
I'd recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up.
Spring locks? What are we in?
Heartbeat are causing them to come loose.
Wait, do you hear that?
Stop wiggling! She said stop wiggling!
That's just Barack moving around.
Yeah, but how do I tighten?
Dude, stop it! We know what happens to the spring locks because of phone guy. It's gonna impale you, you prick. Stop moving.
The spring locks. Ah!
What even was that?
I don't even know. It was wearing like a little white face or something.
Did Hunter get in the cocaine again?
Hardy har. No. Those are called minarinas. They're smaller versions of Ballora, and they're trying to force their way into the suit. It's your job to keep the spring locks wound up.
Great, this sounds like another 5 tries with 3 guys.
Well, the world's best security guard can take over. I'll take my hat from the ring for now.
My back already hurts from carrying the channel. I might as well carry you guys as well.
All right, time to see Donald cook up nothing.
While we're stuck inside robot parts, allow me to ask something.
I might not answer, but go ahead.
If you had to be stuck inside an animatronic, who would it be?
If I'm gonna be
that's
stuck...
a pretty stupid question, Joe. I don't think anybody wants to be stuck in an animatronic.
Oh, well, that's a given, but I'm referring to if there was no other option.
Wait, what's that crawling? Well,
I
so
can
much
see
for
that
carrying
face!
us.
Just watch me run back the second time, going even harder.
Government shutdown alert.
That's ironic, Joe. Just really ironic.
Yeah.
Anyways, what animatronic would you
Yeah.
choose, Donald?
That's
You're one
easy.
to
I simply
talk.
just wouldn't get in.
What?
What are
Go,
the
Joe,
other
it's your
animatronics gonna
turn.
do? Force me in? I'm already not getting in.
My brain is melting. I feel like the Wicked Witch of the West after getting hit by a water balloon.
Donald, stop being the one to oppose everything and just go.
If I'm gonna be stuck within an animatronic, and I would pick who would it be, I would be Bonnie because he has a guitar and I can swing that around like an axe. That's how it is.
With the flow.
Well, what's the difference between all of them? They're all made of the same internal processing and wires. It's not like I'm going to get asphyxiated any less if I choose a different one.
Shake him
Barring
off.
Balloon Boy.
I wouldn't touch him if he had the royal palace inside him, but regardless, there's zero purpose to what you asked. At least make it a good question.
I guess for practicality.
What's practical about dying? We're already dead.
Do you mean which animatronic we would rather be in the story?
We can go with that. Also, Donald's dead. Yep, dead as can be.
Shut up. This time I'm going Ultra Instinct.
You already have the Super Saiyan upgrade.
Oh, that's how you keep the spring locks in.
It took you a while, didn't it?
At least he got it. I didn't even know what to do.
Anyway, you just sound like you're...
So you were just letting the spring locks, you were just letting it go down until it impales you, and you just wiggle. Well, I guess you guys are gonna be doomed, because I think that, I don't know, with the 8-bit freaking mini games with Five Nights at Freddy's, Purple Guy went in Spring Bonnie and he laughed. He laughed, and then either his laughter causes the spring lock to go into himself, or there was some people made some animations for how Purple Guy became the way that he is. One animator created a little droplet from the leaky ceiling from the rain, from the stormy weather in FNAF, just hit the spring locks a bit, and then it impaled him. So I can't tell. They never told us how Purple Guy, how did the spring lock just activates. Either that raindrop or he laughed so hard it just ended his career.
You're asking what our favorite animatronic is.
Not necessarily. We can consider the animatronics' importance and what they represent to in the story.
Exactly.
So our choices are dead kids or a serial killer.
There's probably a security guard thrown in there too.
Especially if you keep playing the way you do.
I don't see you doing any better.
Also, we should exclude the current game's animatronics for now, as we know little to nothing about them.
Give me Golden Freddy.
You want to be the crying child?
Not too far off from what I already experienced, minus a couple head injuries.
I think the marionette would be my choice. Something about having the gift of life right in the palm of your hands is oddly beautiful to me.
Ultra Instinct.
Giving life back to the children is just a gift that cannot be owned by the gifter.
Ha, you're a girl.
You act like more of one than any girl I've known.
Can't say either about Michelle, huh?
Excuse me?
Moving on, I think I would have to choose Foxy.
Of course. Who's putting on their shocked faces right now?
I think it's cool that he has his own stage where he can be secluded throughout the whole night. The first game.
Hold on, what did he say?
I think I would have to choose Foxy.
Oh,
Of course,
Foxy.
who's putting on their shocked faces right now?
I think it's cool that he has his own stage where he can be secluded throughout the whole night. The first
Shake,
game,
shake,
of
shake,
course.
shake.
He
Shake,
also creeps
shake.
on people. A little creep, if you will.
The shoe fits.
You should contact the producers
Shake.
of the FNAF movie to see if you can have a starting role as Foxy.
I think most
Wiggle.
of the movie has already been filmed.
Never back down, never what?
What?
Never back down, never what?
Something tells me you watched that Nick guy.
And no, I can't stand him, but the memes are funny.
What is actually happening right now?
Just ignore it and let Donald ramble on.
Wait, are those the ballerinas climbing inside me?
That's been happening for
Yup.
the past minute now. Don't tell me
And
you're
you-
just now noticing.
Yup.
I was too focused on Joe's ridiculous scenarios and allowing everything else to pass through my mind.
That'll only get you so far with the nights that we have.
You know what they say, nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
I think every Kennedy ever would like to have a word with you.
Robert would probably be the only difference.
Robert Kennedy is built Ford tough. He's a smart person to be the
Why are
Democratic
the
candidate.
Minarinas
Very
not
smart.
doing anything to him?
Incredibly fit, too. He's like Superman for people who eat at buffets.
You eat at buffets. He looks like he eats bullets.
He has the physique of Superman, too. It's very impressive what he's been able to do at such an age.
If there's any other candidate that would run for the 2024
They're
election,
creepy.
I wouldn't mind it being him. Kick you right out of the primaries, Joe.
Now, let's not go there.
No, I'll gladly go there because I've been instructing you how to properly officiate electoral tours to help reestablish your voter presence, but you keep using the microphone as a pacifier.
As Twitter says, it's Joe over.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's Joe over in more ways than one.
Well, now that we know what to do, allow me to take over.
Do it now.
Listen, guys, it won't be over when I'm reelected.
Not that
I think
game
America's
again.
done with their free trial, Joe.
It's like the Amazon Prime subscription you forget until 2 years later you say, oh yeah, I'm paying for that. That's what people say about your presidency.
Oh, please, people wish your presidency was a subscription they forgot to pay for. They woke up every day wondering what crisis Donald Trump would cause this time.
Oh, yeah,
say
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
fun
Sure,
4
sure,
years.
sure.
Yeah, it was pretty wacky seeing you in the news.
From North Korea to standing on thousands of trials.
And the funny thing about this is I barely hear any news about Donnie during his term. But when Joe is always on YouTube, it's always something happening up. Gas is baloney over here as well. So we're all boned. But we try to make the best out of it. Have a laugh.
You went around the globe like a fashion icon. Quite the experience.
Of course, when the people elect someone they love someone they elect. I'm not a national security threat like Sleepy Joe.
Excuse me?
That's why Kim Jong-un was able to infiltrate our feeble-minded security by posing an interaction with online celebrities.
Done. That wasn't actually Kim Jong-un on that stream. That was a fake look-alike.
You literally saw him in person. How are you the one mixed up about it?
If I say what I want to say, the media will drag me for being racist.
Thinking before you speak. How rare.
Did you even think that the dictator of an entire nation would be so willing to get on something as trivial as a kick stream?
Publicity is a businessman's secret weapon. I've starred across multiple interviews and podcasts that reaffirm my mission and allow more of America to see the corruption in our once great nation.
And a dictator that can enforce and manipulate the masses would be willing to do something like that? His people already live in clear deceit. I doubt he would go to that extent.
Some dictators don't shy away from that sort of pressure.
Come on,
Just look
Barack,
at
finish
Putin.
this.
Although controlled, he still does
Mark
public
did it.
press conferences
Unpatched.
and media interviews.
What have I said before? I'm a celebrity. Why did you think people voted for me? They loved me, and that's what Putin understands. The more public appearances he makes to assert his radical beliefs, the more he becomes liked in Russia.
We always do this, Donald. Stop strawmanning the argument. The point is, Kim, of all people, wouldn't acknowledge America, especially to the extent of an online personality. The injustice that he is subjecting his people to is that amongst war criminals. Unless he truly had heavy political influence to gain under his dictatorship, he wouldn't conduct interviews.
It's fascinating how communism is so vastly different between North Korea, Russia, and even China.
Which is exactly my point. All communists and Marxists like that streamer can go directly to prison for being such a liability to this great nation.
Well, Aiden Ross could use the prison time.
Wait, it was Aiden Ross?
Yeah, did you not read the article?
Oh, then it's probably some misunderstanding. Kid is always having fun on stream, terrific entertainer. His hijinks lead and inspire our young generation
They're just
to truly
crawling
be
into
great.
you.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to focus on the game for now. Wait, what?
Never mind then, I guess that was the night.
Woo,
What even
dude!
was that?
Good job,
Easy
Brock.
for you to say. I was super stressed out while you were just going on and on about a streamer.
It apparently wasn't that much of a problem, considering that you were able to breathe a whole college essay from your lungs.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Oh, it's the freaking soap opera. I love where entertainment was like this
This is
in the
still
past.
going on.
Not my baby.
Vlad, you suck.
Wait, was that a vampire joke?
Huh.
That was so lame, Clara. Like I haven't heard that a million times.
Okay, well, how's this? I'm taking the car.
The joke's on you. It's a rental.
Well, the joke's on you. I set the thermostat to 90 before I left.
Am I living my childhood
I
again?
like it warm.
Good, because I also set the house on fire.
Police are going to have a field day with that one.
Yeah, at this point,
Wow.
might as well just turn into a bat and fly to Lithuania or something.
All
Well,
right,
guys, just like that, we're on to the 5th night.
and
Things
final
have been
night.
moving so fast, it's almost impossible to process them.
How do you think I feel? I was being criticized of false accusations not a month ago, and now everybody just forgot it happened.
Well, you'll have more to process in the next episode because it's about to go down.
I still haven't even processed the 4th game, let alone the 5th game.
Wait, it's the 5th game?
Night
Now,
5.
before we start night 5, there's something I want to show you guys.
Nice
What?
knowing you, Obama.
What is it?
Oh,
I
it's
made a
Barack.
community poll that asked everybody if I should, but I forgot to go through with it. Apologies to the people watching. And it's a certain dialogue that you hear during night 3
You mean the one where Foxy puts us in a washing machine?
How could we get that?
at Circus Baby's
Washing
place.
machine.
You were right there, Barack. You just barely missed it.
Would have been great if I found it myself.
No worries, though. We're here now, so let's go on and play the clip.
Where did we miss this at?
It was during night 3 when Barack crawled through circus control.
Did you know that I was on stage once?
She's talking.
It
Oh,
wasn't for very long. Only one day. What a wonderful day, though.
Uh-huh.
I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. No one sat at the tables, though, but children would run in and out.
Yeah, that's how parties
Some
work.
were afraid of me. Others enjoyed my songs. Music was always coming from somewhere else, down a hall.
Interesting.
I would always count the children. I'm not sure why.
Talk much?
Programming.
I was always acutely aware of how many there were in the
Oh,
room
it's a
with me.
programming. You're
2,
targeting.
Then 3, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 2, then none.
I'm so
They
lost.
usually played together in groups of 2 or 3. I was covered in glitter.
This sounds
I
like a
smelled
strip
like
club.
birthday cake.
Don't be
There
crude.
were 2, then
Yeah,
3,
Donnie.
then 5.
It's a
then
children's
4.
party.
She keeps saying weird
I can
things.
do something special. Did you know that?
See what I
I can
mean?
make ice cream. Although I only did it once. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Something happened when there was 1. A little girl standing by herself.
Oh.
I was no longer myself. And I stopped singing.
Uh-oh. The
Excuse me?
My
programming.
stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least, not until she stepped closer. There was screaming for a moment,
What?
but only for a moment.
Oh, no.
Then other children rushed in again,
Rip.
but they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes.
Oh, so baby's possessed.
Why did that happen?
Oh, that's
Why are you
balls.
asking me? I started working here 2 days ago. I don't know any of that.
And this was all revealed to us during night 3, right?
Right. Now, before we dive into the final night, is there anything that you want to emphasize
Hold on.
or point out?
Let me summarize what was just described. Circus Baby was on stage at a party where kids would go in and out of the rooms.
Yep.
She was left with one kid and she couldn't control herself around her. Then there was screaming, and it didn't last long.
Yep.
Are we on the right page?
Yep.
Seems like an average weekend at Freddy Fazbear's.
Yep.
Sister location, that is.
Well, my assumption is that something horrible happened once again at this restaurant. That may be why these animatronics can talk to us.
Can't wait to hear this in the next lore explanation.
True, we'll know about it all soon. Let's move on to the final night.
Daddy isn't watching.
Oh?
What does she mean by that? Why do we always have brainless children around here?
Wait, we're back in the elevator?
This
Oh,
makes
yeah.
no sense.
Back. to your last day on the job.
Last
the
day?
last day of your first week.
Why did you even come back? Something kidnapped you and put you into something like a washing machine, like Donnie said, and then you had to wait and fight for your life with those little mini creepy thingies jumping down your throat. You were kidnapped by those machines. Why not just quit your freaking job and run away somewhere else? I just don't understand. Why would you even go for a fifth night? Yeah, I know it's 5 nights, so it really is. You were forcibly taken out of your will by animatronics, and then you come back to the same place. What is this? You got Stockholm syndrome or something?
Oh.
Some of the most valued qualities that we
Oh,
like to
boy.
see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation.
I hate
You've
this
earned
thing.
your 1 week bonus.
That doesn't
which will be
sound
given
right.
To you in the form of a delightful gift basket.
Gift
the cost
basket?
of which will be taken out of your next paycheck.
What?
We have gift baskets containing fruit,
Then you just-
nuts, flowers, and of course the
You're gonna take it out of his paycheck? You're gonna give them a gift basket that's been taken from his paycheck. Then why not just give him the damn paycheck, for goodness sake? What a freaking waste of money and at the same time abuse.
ever popular cash basket.
Cash
Using
basket.
the keypad below,
Cash basket.
Please enter the first few letters of the gift basket you would like to receive.
What will it give us?
It seems you had some trouble with the
Nuts.
keypad. I see what you were trying to
It'll
type,
give you
and
nuts.
I will auto-correct it for you.
Walnuts,
Thank you
nuts,
for
these
selecting
nuts.
Exotic butters.
That's not a cash basket.
I can just feel my arteries clogging up with the name of that thing.
How
Yep.
are we even
Please
alive?
be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today.
Oh.
Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also,
Oh, there's
feel
2
free
guys.
to ask
Oh.
them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
Why are we always in the land of Oz?
I'm more amazed how we're even here again. I mean, we got stuffed in a whole pizza oven, and we just came back like nothing happened.
Yep.
We must
Yep.
be Goku
Same.
if we can just walk in here like nothing's a problem.
What's with all the
Goku.
Dragon Ball Z references recently?
I was noticing that too, but I didn't know if Donald started watching the show.
Not the original. You think I want to see Goku and Frieza have a screaming match for 4 hours? I'll just go to a NASCAR event if I want to hear angry idiots scream.
So wait, you're not watching it?
I am, but it's this shorter version called Kai.
Wait, you said Kai?
Oh.
Entryway vent.
Cuts out all the boring moments, lots of boring moments, and just gets to the good parts.
Yeah, I believe it digitally formats it to look newer and then condenses it to the necessary parts.
Nice.
Back here again.
Let's check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
Here we go again. What the?
Well, we found the technicians.
Oh.
Are you serious? They
Both
got
of-
hung.
Both of them? Go for the right one.
Oh, this is not good.
They're both
Normal
gone.
day at Freddy's, everybody.
It looks like everything is as it should be.
Sucks
at
to
Funtime
suck in this job
Auditorium.
description.
The
How?
task today will involve more maintenance work.
Oh,
I'm
no.
done.
Circus
I
Baby
can't
had
anymore.
a rough day and is in need of repair.
Burn this
You
one
will be
down too.
required to reach the parts and service room by once again sneaking through Funtime Auditorium.
Oh,
Great.
no.
As
We got
always,
Foxy again.
Please proceed with caution.
So we just have corpses around the
Right
restaurant
side.
and we're just going to mosey on like nothing's wrong?
Not one, but 2? Who even killed them?
They must have found Victoria's Secret. If this isn't a red flag to leave the slaughterhouse, I don't know what is.
Come on, when have we ever
Quiet,
left these
quiet,
situations?
Well, now I'm back here in our favorite spot. Let's just hope the dead body doesn't careen itself into our eyes.
Joe, I think I've said this almost a baker's dozen of times, but what even is going on anymore? We're a maintenance man from Santa Clara,
gonna-
and he must
he's
have
not
the
gonna
vision
spoil
of
it.
Stevie Wonder. What is going on?
We must really need the paycheck if we're willing to press on like this.
Is there anything that we can know about what's happening here? Apparently, what happened to these technicians isn't the first time bodies have been caught here.
Yeah, what went on with what Baby told us? Apparently she made people scream. Break down what happened there.
Well, she was once on stage, but this girl came along and she couldn't control herself, and something ended up happening to where there was screaming.
And we're here.
A more descriptive. Can you explain?
Ugh.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
This is the first time we got
Great
up close.
job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown reason.
We got
It's your
birthed
job
from
to
her.
Make sure she is structurally stable and secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
What was that static?
Our technicians.
What happened to the robot? Did his system malfunction for the millionth time?
And now we're just stuck with the carcass
Can you
shell.
hear me?
Isn't she powered down?
Pretending. Remember how I said I could pretend?
Well, there's our answer.
Cameras are watching. I must be careful.
You're doing a good job, it seems.
Something bad happened yesterday.
Really, Sherlock?
Something bad always happens. I don't want it to happen.
Is there gonna be a jump scare
What's
here?
that got to do with us?
There is something bad inside of me.
What?
The faulty programming
I can't be fixed.
by the serial
Trash
killer?
heap it is.
I'm going to be taken to the scooping room soon. But
Good
it's not
riddance.
going to fix what's wrong with me.
That's why we said the trash heap.
What is bad is always left behind.
Why do you talk so much?
Will you help me?
Do we have a choice?
I
No.
want you to save what is good, so the rest can be destroyed and never recovered.
What is even going on
You
anymore?
must be careful. Ballora is here, in the room with us.
Must be an actual birthday party.
Ballora will not return to her stage. Ballora will not return to her body.
Return to her body?
You must be careful.
What do you even mean?
You must remain calm
How?
and listen to my voice.
Knowing that there's
Someone prepare
a
our
killer
coffins.
robot in the same room with you? How do you expect me to stay calm? What?
Well, we're back with another scavenger hunt for this game.
So we're just going to ignore the fact that Ballora is trying to body us?
Donald, we've been ignoring facts ever since we got employed here.
Oh, I found it. Only took the risk and possibility of being pounded by Ballora.
Well,
I
what
heard
now?
something.
There is a passcode that you must
I'm
enter
hearing
before
something.
You can retrieve me.
Who says we agree?
Enter the code carefully.
Well, what's the code?
1,
1,
5,
5,
1,
1,
7,
7,
3,
3,
3,
3,
7,
7,
9.
9.
Oh, what was that?
Ballora!
Something about Ballora being there, but she won't go back to her body. Might
I
tell you
hate.
right there
Why
what
did
that
you not
is.
click it?
Why did I even die? I hit the right number. Did I not do it fast enough?
Fast enough? What does that even mean?
My bad. I misspoke. I meant fast.
It wasn't that. I think you just hit the corner and the game didn't think it was 9.
I think Jiminy Cricket would have issues hitting the right button.
Well, I hope your hands are smaller, Don, because it's your turn.
As long as I don't have to crawl through Funtime Auditorium.
Oh.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Hey, Joe, what were you saying earlier about Circus Baby being on stage?
Well, we know that something happened that caused a girl to scream to the point where Circus Baby still hears her sometimes.
So I can only assume that whatever the incident was, it was a deadly one.
Now, let me ask you this. What have we heard in between each night?
This girl asking her father to play with... Wait a minute.
Figuring it out now?
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Are they the same girls?
Great job reaching parts and service.
Can I shut
Circus
this thing
Baby
up?
has been deactivated
No.
for an unknown reason.
Welcome to
It's
the
your
robot
job to
yapping
make sure
session
she is
number
structurally stable and
256.
secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
If I have to hear that thing again, I might throw myself into a cinder block.
Remember, she's going to ask you to put in a code. So
Can you hear me?
just be on top of where you're clicking.
I'm pretending.
What are those
Can I
things?
just
I'm
click the
seeing
cheek
wires.
The answer seems to be yes.
Wait, so Joe, are the girl in the cutscenes and the girl that Baby is talking
There is a
about the same
passcode that
person?
you must
Obama,
enter
be
before
quiet.
you
I need to
can
hear this
retrieve me.
passcode.
She hasn't even started saying
Enter
it
the
yet.
code carefully.
Well, she's about to, so keep quiet.
6, 5, 4, 1,
Careful now.
7, 7, 1, 9, 9, 5. Good.
Just like
A
that.
hatch should have opened.
Great, you can count.
Take the card that you find inside.
Well, where's the hatch? Why are we constantly playing I Spy here?
Joe, did you hear me earlier?
About what? If those girls were the same people?
Yeah, that. Because now that you pointed everything out, I have a feeling that the two stories line up. One from Baby's perspective and one from the child's.
I'm gonna throw my head into a Freddy Fazbear suit if I can't find this hatch.
You've been looking for about the south side of 30 seconds. I don't think you should be applying for any awards regarding patience.
It's not that, you moldy cuckle nut. Ballora's in the room and I'm not trying to get munched on.
Well, then, you better get to it. Personally, I would be looking for a small hatch, just as she said.
I swear if I get one more sarcastic remark, this laptop will mark your gravesite.
Let's calm down, boys. We're all friends here.
I don't think we have issues.
Wait, there it is.
Now you must turn back.
Turn back?
I will guide you through Funtime Auditorium so you can reach the scooping room.
Scooping
When
room?
you are there, I want you to destroy this body.
I have no objections to this.
Put the card into your handheld device, and I can continue to speak to you.
Mind chip incoming.
Now,
That's what I'm saying.
press the green button to your left. This will send me to the scooping room.
Your left.
Great, another word search. Place these things more obviously.
There it is. Oh, why are we always in places that sound like a wind turbine?
I can't even hear my own thoughts right now. It's like we're at a junkyard waiting for a car to get crushed.
Yeah, and this is sending her to the scooping room? Is that where we saw Ballora get smashed to bits?
Yep.
This game might have a happy ending after all.
You must follow my instructions in Funtime Auditorium.
Here we go again.
Ballora is going to follow you.
Of course she will.
She will try to catch you.
All the women want the
I
Dawn.
will help you avoid her.
Please stop.
She will not follow you inside the
Brock has
scooping
had
room.
enough.
She is afraid. Go back now.
Well, you
Should
heard
you
her.
use the
Time to go
beacon?
back through Funtime Auditorium.
Go forward.
I have to listen to her. Someone give me a Vicodin.
Why does that require a Vicodin?
Stop.
Oh, she's going to be leading us, huh?
Just my luck.
Go forward and left.
With how the night's going, we're going to end up sleeping with the technicians.
Wait, figuratively or literally?
Who knows?
Keep going.
At this point, which one is better?
Who knows? They're dead.
Stop. Be silent. Go forward and left.
Is anybody else put off at why we're just listening to her?
What else can we do?
Not show up here.
Stop.
Well, something tells me that we're a bit too late for that decision, Don.
Just consider us dead
Go
then.
forward. You are almost there.
Well, it seems like we're listening to her for a reason, so...
Stop. She is right in front of you.
What?
Don't move. He is here to help, Ballora. He is not here to hurt us. Ballora, he is here to help us. Go forward again.
I hate this.
Ballora is behind you. She is afraid of the scooping room.
Good.
She will not follow you.
I feel like I'm being dragged by the nape of my neck right now.
Yeah. Like
well,
a seeing eye
it seems like
dog.
we finally made it.
Warning, you've entered a highly dangerous area. You have entered from Maintenance Hatch 1B, reserved for cleaning and repair of the scooper. Entering this side of the room is strictly prohibited by unauthorized personnel.
What?
Wait, where are we?
In
This
the
is the
scooping
scooping room,
room.
right?
Wait, look at all the parts on the
You're
ground.
in the scooping room now. Funtime Foxy has already been here today.
Wait, is that baby?
Funtime Freddy has already been here today. Ballora has
They're
already
all there.
been here today.
Hold on, something's right there on the right.
Circus Baby
Go back to
has
the right.
already been here today.
Whoa, that is not baby.
What is that?
It's staring right at our soul.
They always put me back.
It's so scraggly.
They always put us back.
And I can see your beady
Ooh, what
little
is it?
There's
eyes.
nowhere for us to hide.
Looks like a zombie.
There is nowhere to
Like
go
a decaying zombie.
when we look like this.
So stay here.
But if we looked
Yep.
like you, then we could hide.
How are you look
Excuse
like
me?
me? I'm a
If we looked
human.
like you, then we would have somewhere to go.
Why would you look
What
like
are you
human?
guys getting at?
How?
The scooper only hurts for a moment.
Wait, what?
What's happening?
What
Baby
the
lied to us.
So what now?
That midget-looking tin can. What the f?
Did we just get scooped?
You're
Forget
dead.
that. Do you see the blood? We're so dead.
So baby lied to us that whole time. What even just happened?
Hello.
Did you really think she was on our side to begin
Hold
with?
on.
She kidnapped us and put us...
Baby said look like you. So hold on. Did baby just kill the guard and then by assumption peeled our skin off and now you're gonna pass like a human? Is that what she just did? Did that thing just skinned us alive?
Put us in a pizza box.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch a show too.
There's the girl.
I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful. Where did the other children go?
Why is she British?
That doesn't matter. Wait, what is this?
What's going on here? We're already dead. Why do we have to have another cutscene to cause more confusion?
Wait, this is the theme to that vampire show.
What's that noise?
the metallic body, I think. Hold on.
Wait, that's a shadow. Who is that?
What is even going on anymore?
That the player?
Purple guy!
Oh.
Was that actually Purple Guy?
He had the
No.
purple eyes, Obama?
Wait a minute. That's how it ends.
What Rick and Morty episode did we just crawl through? I hate that I have so many questions right now.
Well, I'm here to answer any that you may
Please,
have.
Joe.
Before you ask, yes, there's a good
Mr.
ending.
FNAF Encyclopedia.
That we'll be getting as well.
I only assumed so.
Honestly, Joe, I have an entire congressional debate of questions, but my main one here is what just happened.
Well, we
Please.
came back for a fifth night, and Baby told us that she wanted everything destroyed. However, in an act of deception, she led us to the other side of the scooping room for us to be scooped.
What does that even do for her?
If you couldn't tell by the way it was talking, that wasn't just Baby. It was an amalgamation of all of the animatronics in sister location. So by scooping us, they could use our body to escape the facility.
Yeah, I regret asking.
With all that being said, let's get on to the good ending, shall we?
Wait, what
just
happened
got
to the two
skinned.
technicians?
They were turned into giraffes.
All right.
Broncos country, let's ride.
What does that even mean?
So we're going to go to the extra menu, and then we're going to go down to the corner here.
That is creepy.
And there we go.
Not this again.
Thanks for the keyboard, Joe. So I just try to feed the children the cupcakes, right?
Right. The goal is to feed all the children.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. Never mind. I guess I just suck.
And you were making fun of me.
Yeah, you should watch the jump.
Let's try this again.
If you haven't guessed, we have to beat this minigame to access the good ending.
So riddle me this, the sleeper of Joe.
What?
I feel like a kid in a classroom because I keep asking this, but give me a summary of what's actually happening.
First, you need to separate this game from the first 4 games. Don't consider them a part of the same franchise, at least for now.
We already have the multiverse of madness going on, so why would that be too hard?
Now that we got that established, let's roll from the top. We're a late-night technician hired to perform maintenance on animatronics. As we work throughout the week, we discover these animatronics are actually sentient and are dismantled when they don't work as intended. Circus Baby, the main animatronic, requests that we save what is good and destroy what is bad. However, this actually turns out to be a lie, and we end up being the ones that are scooped.
Did you bring a notebook or something to remember all of that?
Again, playing horror games day in and day out will do that to you.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle would be super upset if she saw I was force-feeding fructose to these kids.
So basically, we're not smart enough to think for ourselves, and we end up getting...
Is that what you call cupcakes, fruit toast? I've never... when I was a kid, I would have ate a cupcake before, but me being the kid I am, I prefer chocolate. Well, that's a little bit story time for me to you, the things that we prefer, that we like. I'm more of a cereal kid before. When I was a small kid, I liked Honey Stars. But when sugar really got too much for me, or really sweet stuff, it's not that I have any problems right now. It's just an acquired taste or changing it. The next cereal that I move on to is Cocoa Crunch, which is delicious. It's basically grain and chocolate, putting it together and making chocolate flakes and milk. There we go. It's good for me to go to the toilet to help me, but still, it's like getting more fiber as a kid. But it's really tasty and delicious. I'm more of a chocolate guy more than anything than a cupcake. What do you guys like? Leave it in the comment section down below.
Hoodwinked.
You think being kidnapped would have been the nail in the coffin? Also, am I doing this right, Joe?
Yeah, you're doing the right thing. Keep going.
Wait, you gave him a guide? What happened to going in blind?
Realistically, if I let you guys go in entirely blind, we'll miss my re-election ceremony.
Of course you say that. We still have a full year to go, and three-legged Biden is coming in hot with a hard-on and horseradish.
Not gonna lie, I think I messed this up, Joe. Yeah, I think there were kids the other way I had to get with the green cupcakes.
You still have the guide for the minigame, so it's okay.
Well, if I could make the jump, things would be okay.
You were not making that, Obama.
Do you want to give it a try?
You're making that, Obama.
Is there any other information that you would like to know, Donald?
So what's going on with Purple Guy? We heard his name in the beginning, and then at the end we saw purple eyes from the figure. I just feel like the kid from the IT movie being led to the drain.
It's it. How did you not know that?
Same thing.
Not really. Well, one is a killer clown that lures children, and one fixes a computer and lives in his mom's basement. Oh, never mind, same thing.
Do you remember who was
My
mentioned at
gosh!
the beginning of the game? The person that was going
Rock!
over Circus Baby's features.
William Afton, right? Who we concluded was the purple guy and was the one who did all the murders.
If he's being asked about the design of the animatronic, he's heavily tied into the construction of them.
So much for sister location. It's just the same place with different letters.
In the novel, the purple guy originally co-owned Fredbear's Family Diner. Does that apply here too?
Assume everything is the same in both timelines, unless stated otherwise.
We just assumed half of Newton's law. What now?
So there's another thing that I pointed out at the end of last episode that Obama mentioned. It had to do with the voice lines in between our shifts. You guys remember that, right?
I don't remember what she said, but I do remember that she was pestering her father to play with something.
So now we have the blueprint. Let's go and build something out of it.
Finally, something I'm good at.
If we know that William Afton had something to do with the construction of these animatronics and that someone's daughter was begging their dad to play with an animatronic, what can we assume from that knowledge?
That it's actually William's own daughter talking in between our shifts.
Of course, CPS would trust him with a child.
CPS.
Useful as always. Yeah, his track record with children is wonderful, just wonderful.
Hey, don't look at me weirdly. I don't make the rules. Also, what would CPS even do? It's not like they were able to catch him, so you just want them to take an innocent man's children away?
He's probably creepy looking, so yes.
Regardless, there's one more thing that I want us to connect the dots on.
Am I even going to make
What?
it in time?
Please tell
Don't be
me.
a buzzer beater.
What's the last thing that you want us to figure out here?
Do you guys remember how Baby talked about this incident at a party?
Yep.
Where something bad happened?
Yep.
When she didn't feel like herself and there was a lot of screaming when no one was around?
Yeah, under the desk.
And the final voice line was from William's daughter about sneaking to the animatronics so she could play with it. What can we make out of that?
Come on, I'm right there. Got it. That's how you complete a
That
mini
was
Wait, what's
close.
happening?
game. Is she going to get the ice cream?
What just happened?
What do you mean? Did you not see she just got eaten?
Hey guys, remember what I said before that happened about William's daughter and what Baby said?
Wait, that was William Afton's daughter.
Is that why he hates children? Because he couldn't take care of his own?
I mean, probably. It's never really
Oh.
discussed though, so who knows?
Still, that's absolutely bananas. Like a whole can of worms just got opened up.
Yep.
Well, that's certainly a
Well,
way to start the
no.
good ending. I'm
Then
afraid to
starts the
ask what else we
bloodlust.
have to do.
The next step is to continue on night 5.
Oh boy.
We'll start from the beginning and have to do pretty much everything the same.
What?
But there'll be one key difference that I'll tell you about when we get to it.
All right, night 5, we're back in action.
Can't wait to have another prostate exam in the scooping room.
Oh, come on.
Now you must turn back.
All right, shut up. I've heard enough of your sob story.
Get that trash out of here. That's what you get for being a midget.
Bit of an interesting grudge to hold there, Donald.
Joe, we've been doing the same thing we did for the bad ending. Are we going to slither our way to the scooping room and pull a reverse card or something?
It's actually coming up in this next part, where we have to crawl back through Funtime Auditorium. Instead of walking slow and going left, run forward and go right. You can just leave mid-speech, Barack.
Got it.
Will help you go forward.
Run forward and take a right, correct?
Yep, that's how you do it.
Okay, let's go.
Access granted.
And there you go.
What?
What did we get access to?
Wait, what is this?
Monitors? A fan?
It seems that you have accidentally wandered into a restricted area.
What?
Due to
That's the
sensitive
highest I've heard
nature
you
of the
squeak, Don.
materials that you may be exposed to,
What?
Wait, doors
you will
and
not be
power?
allowed to leave until the cleanup crew arrives at 6 a.m.
It's like
So
the first
hang tight.
game.
Yep.
Rest assured that
Wow.
you will be promptly rescued, fired, then sent home.
Fired and sent
Thank you
home?
for being
What?
an employee.
That's better than
We hope
anything.
that your experience has not
Rather
been as
than imminent
regrettable as
doom.
ours.
We got kidnapped and we're still getting fired? William Afton is a terrible businessman.
Is this how we get the good ending,
He's a
Joe?
terrible human
flashback
being,
to the first
period.
game?
You already know the drill.
What do you mean,
Survive
businessman?
until 6 a.m. and don't run out of power. Also, make sure to check those cameras.
Wow, we really are playing the first game.
Well, no need to fear. The world's best security guard is here.
Why didn't you trust me?
And she's here too, apparently.
Luckily, I'm the security guard. And there it is, fresh from the cell tower.
Well, what even is it?
Cell tower.
Trust me.
Because
No.
you look like that.
What is this pipe
Don't
sound
open
I'm
the
hearing?
door. He was
Oh,
there.
great, it's still out there.
Is that baby?
Why didn't you believe me?
Because it sounds like it.
It's after us, whatever it is.
Officially, that thing is called Ennard. It's a combination of all the animatronics.
Sometimes I don't understand why people do the things that they do.
And
Take the
bad
camera
ending,
first!
Innard was the shape-shifting thing outside the window. It has a mask on that was in the control module room.
So in the bad ending, we trusted it and we ended up getting scooped because of it? What did that do?
Well, remember, they said they couldn't go outside because they look like this. And remember, it pans...
And it's right there again.
It pans to someone opening their eyes. As such, it's assumed that they're now using a human body to sneak out of the facility.
So it was playing dress-up doll with our skin? That midget is psychotic.
You seem to forget who the creator of this thing is.
And it's back already. So tell me, Joe, is this thing the only animatronic we have to deal with while doing all of this?
Yeah, because Innard is all the animatronics combined. This is the only animatronic that you have to worry about.
Oh, it's back again.
Reminiscent
It
of how
can't be
Nightmare
one specific
Fredbear
spot.
was
Wonder
in
why.
the fourth game.
Where is it?
Instead of buying the lie, we get caught in a security room where we
It's
have
there,
to
it's there.
survive
Shut the
night.
door.
Don't tell me we have to play another 5 nights of this thing to get the good ending.
What did she just say?
Lucky for you, Donald, this is the last thing we have to do to get the good ending.
We won't be able to try again.
That's the point. We don't want you to try again.
It's all a matter of surviving the night now.
Which, looking at the time and the power, I'm not so certain that I'll be
1 a.m.
able
and
to slip
63.
by.
Oh, that's
The
bull.
power is draining
That's
awfully
bull.
fast, even when I'm not doing anything. So Donald might get a shot.
That's right. Keep quiet. You Wendy's logo. The world's best security guard is back in business.
The very best.
The very best.
I hope you're the very best at shutting up baby, because she doesn't know how to be quiet. What is she even talking about?
To be
Let me
with
guess,
her.
another daycare turned into a morgue? With Purple Guy making the place? I'm surprised we didn't have gravestones on the elevator.
I mean, they already had that with the 2 other technicians. Instead of gravestones, though, they were ropes.
Necks so stretched, they look like geese.
So, is there any surprise features I should worry about, Joe? Besides the vent in the middle of the office, I'm sure Innard will be down
That's
there
something
eventually.
different.
Nope,
In the
that's
middle
not
of the
it.
office.
But obviously listen to your surroundings, because the atmosphere does matter.
I don't believe that, baby. And I think I'm experiencing the sounds firsthand, Joe.
While Barack is toiling away for his old folk. Did you watch the debate at all, Don?
That whole thing was a catastrophe waiting to happen. Vivek Ramaswamy is on one corner being treated like a chew toy by Nikki Haley. Chris Christie is looking like a half-eaten bag of Funyuns. And don't even get me started on the inland hurricane known as Ron DeSantis.
I heard they were all very disappointed that you didn't show up.
Can you blame me? Christie and DeSantis still found ways to guzzle my juice the whole time, and I wasn't even there. They would have been like hyenas to a dying zebra.
It's so interesting seeing you make enemies on both Democrat and Republican sides.
Because honesty offends everybody, red or blue. I felt like a dead pig stuck on a fireside spork.
You said it, not me.
You really don't seem too worried about it.
That's an
They were my
image.
direct competition, Joe. Did you even see what I had rivaling me? I've seen toddlers, literal babies, put up more of a fight than they did.
If you're going against Joe as the main Republican candidate, you might actually win by a landslide.
The 47th president has a ring to it, doesn't it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have a year of action ahead of us.
More voidless people standing at the bottom of my empire. Obama, I might need a rival if these challengers can't even pose a threat.
I have 28% left on power, and it's 3 a.m.
Oh, come on!
It's not looking good here. Also, 2 terms is enough for me. I'll stick on the sidelines for this one.
Make that 25% now. We must be using some really off-brand batteries to power this place.
Even though it's a sister location, we do have to remember what franchise it's tied to.
Speaking of, have we decided what we want to do with the FNAF movie?
Like viewing it?
Either that or talking about it. There's been zero clarification about what we plan to do.
Where is it?
If not obvious, we can't film the movie. That whole plan would go out like a light.
Well, obviously not. But are we going to film a reaction or a summary of the events after, or what?
That's a good question, in all honesty.
I'm interested to watch
To be
that.
honest, I don't think either of us would have a definite answer.
It might be an answer for when the time arrives. I originally wanted us to get through the entire franchise of the game before we watched the movie. However, I'm starting
still
to
got a
think
lot
that's
more,
not
I think.
possible, considering we still have 3 or so more games to play.
At least.
Right. With that being said, I think the movie only contains topics and content pertaining to the first few games. so it's not like we would have to deal with any spoilers.
Again, that's not my concern. My concern is having to go to the movie theater and get people
11%.
swarming us because we're sitting in former presidents.
Security would be a mess, a wacky headline, of course, but it would just be a mess.
It would be Mardi Gras at a movie theater. Something tells me that I'll have to sit this one out.
Wait, is it available for home streaming?
It might be just something I'll have to do more research on. To be honest, that's been kind of a back burner thought. I'm just preparing a lot of other things right now. Presidency.
Oh, it's in the
Well,
vent
look
now.
who's in the vent. Oh, I'm at 3%. I'm going to die.
A generator powered with sparkling water. That's what we have.
Sparkling
Nice run
water.
that lasted. You made it all the way to 4 a.m.
And
that's
we're
pretty good
done.
For the first time.
I don't want to see you.
Yeah, we're pretty
or
good.
maybe
Doesn't
I
keep
will.
us alive. And
Good.
now
They did not give you an inch or a mile. They made you back down and give up.
Ennard shot out of a cannon on that one. Let me just tell you.
The first attempt can be a good point to stop at.
But why are we stopping so early?
With the FNAF movie coming up, we have a lot to focus on now.
I've had some channel ideas that I can talk about after recording too, Joe.
How do you guys just have the time to do that?
We don't, but we know our priorities.
Sounds like you guys are just stupid.
Little late to the memo, Don. USA Today already told me that. Back in the liminal space that we call an office.
You're going again?
I was close my first try. I may beat it this time around.
4
Just
a.m.
be on the lookout for Ennard. It has the stalking capability of a Swiftie.
Speaking of, have you heard of her relationship with that NFL player?
Of course, I've heard of it.
There is an annoying little... It pauses every time. So I think I'm going back to 480. This is insulting.
Relationship with that NFL player?
Of course, I've heard of it. Who hasn't?
Wait, Ennard is in the vent this early? Oh, something tells me this night might be wild.
With the paparazzi swarming around them like bees, it's a wonder if you haven't heard of it.
I think Donald even made a comment about it.
Doesn't surprise me. You always need to throw in your 2 cents worth.
If people didn't care about what I had to think, there wouldn't be millions of articles published about me every single day.
I wouldn't say millions, but you do have some interesting bootlickers.
All I said was that I wish the best for them, and I hope they enjoy their life.
He's still
whether they'll
there.
be together or not, but I doubt it if we're being realistic.
Did you actually say that you doubt they'll stay together?
Well, I think you're boned, Brock, because he was still at the vent. And you had that vent closed for a good 30 seconds. So that's going to be a large power drain. If I have to analyze... Oh, I'm getting headaches. If I'm analyzing this correctly, my brain is farting. If I analyze correctly, you need to make sure that he's really close to you, then shut the door, because as I look into the camera, he was far away and then got closer to the camera, meaning throughout the time you had that closed, he was inching closer to you. That's a waste of power. So I think you should just shut the door when he's really close, rather than waiting for him to come near the door. So I think Brock's screwed here. He's at 12 a.m. and 83%. I highly doubt he's going to make it.
Why wouldn't I? They're very much aware of their past relations. I doubt they are completely oblivious to all of their red flags. You're telling me you have hope for that?
He left that one girl for her, or so I heard. I don't really know. You're the one that's a tad bit involved in celebrity business.
Anytime I gossip about someone, I just feel like a high schooler. Better to just avoid it all.
Okay, there's no way either of you have faith in them, right?
I really don't care to try to develop it. Not my life, so it really has nothing to do with me.
I couldn't care less either, but I've seen households with welfare checks and food stamps be more stable than Taylor Swift's relationships.
I think the insult was a tad bit unnecessary. Now, if it was her music...
Sounds like we found a new torture method.
Forget waterboarding. Here's 10 hours of blank space, slowed and reverbed.
Thanks for the idea.
Ouch.
I'm so confused behind
Now
the
that's
power
just
consumption of this game.
mean.
The doors are barely closed, yet somehow I always have zero power in the tank.
What do you mean? You closed the door just now.
You know what I meant. Stop pitching up the attitude.
The good ending for Sister Location is a lot more difficult than the third game. The third game, we just had to pass all 5 nights, while this mode is similar to a 6th night of the game.
Baby, your ad lib isn't necessary to our conversation. Put a sock in it.
Joe, do we have to keep hearing her talk throughout every single time that we attempt the good ending?
Would it anger you if I said yes?
Shut up. Talk to someone who cares. We're just trying to talk bad about celebrities. It's really not that deep.
I'm starting to think that I only have to listen to audio.
Oh.
These cameras are practically useless if I can
Where is
hone
she?
in on where the sound is coming from.
You already said that. Joe, is there a mute button or something? Like how we could mute the call in FNAF 1?
Unfortunately, no. Trust me. If there was an option, I would have had you guys push it a long time
Where?
ago.
Well, call me a schizophrenic patient because the voices just keep getting louder.
Is this what goes on in Jim Jordan's head? No wonder he lost the speaker's gavel.
Are you sure this isn't what goes on in your head?
Blah.
44% at 2 a.m. This is gonna be a painful one. So if he keeps that door up, that I think that power is gonna drop to 38% before it hits 3 a.m. So, not a good run. And seeing Golden Freddy right there, if I remember FNAF 4, there was always a Golden Freddy who is speaking because he has a speech bubble. So this could be an apparition or a communication device because you're hearing baby talk and I don't see an intercom there or that big screen, the big thingy over there in the left at the center above the fan might be the thing baby is using to speak to you, or maybe that Golden Freddy plushie or Fazbear plushie right over there has a microphone because we know that Afton uses it to eavesdrop on his children, and I don't know, maybe his employees as well.
Blah, blah. Something about a dead person? I don't really care, and baby can't even shut up for a funeral.
I guess that answers my question. I don't even know why it was a question. I kind of knew the answer already.
You know, when we really think about it, we've truly come a long way.
And she's come a long way of not shutting up.
Clarify what you mean, Joe.
Yeah, we haven't progressed since the start of the night. What are you even talking about?
Not the game, you dolt. I'm talking about in general. Have you guys taken a look back at the start of the channel?
Oh yeah, I'll go on a nostalgia binge every now and then.
Haven't you noticed how much has changed? The way we talk to each other, the way we treat each other, and even how we think about each other?
Not one bit. I still get double-teamed like a snuff film, and Joe is still the mastermind behind it all.
I told you that we don't like playing the stereotype of Democrat versus Republican, but you just find a way to mold us right into it.
I'm not changing who I am for who you want me to be.
You really don't see the difference?
I'm not saying we haven't gotten better. We were the best to begin with, the very best, and now we're the best even more.
Yeah, but he's talking about personal growth.
To which I'm the best at.
So you agree that you've grown as a person?
Well, I walked right into that one.
It helps that we had
Poor
those
Donnie.
personal talks. If you think about it, we don't really have those when the cameras turn off.
Yeah, I wonder what everybody thinks happens after the recording is done.
Don immediately leaves, for anyone wondering.
We record on the worst days possible.
Do you see the power right now? The moment I checked at 3 a.m. and he was at 40%, now he's at 29. So good luck, GG, and rip.
The absolute worst. Half the time I have to make sure Calamari doesn't trample any quarterly reports, and the other half I have to get slandered on every news outlet.
I'm literally the standing president, and I get here at least an hour early.
You can't stand in the first place. Quit all that yapping.
On second thought, maybe we haven't changed.
I haven't even commented on this, but you're doing a great job at maintaining pace, Barack. You still got a decent amount of power left, and it's already 4 a.m.
Yeah, but there's an opposite to it. Maybe I shouldn't even check the cameras at all. It's normally the audio that tips me off on where Ennard really is.
What do you mean by opposite?
The opposite is that it's only 4 a.m. and I only have 19%, well, now 18% of power left.
It just sounds like that electric box isn't persuaded by governmental bribes, Obama.
I think you might be talking from experience. Is that right?
Well, isn't this the pothead calling the cokehead an addict?
Oh,
You guys are doing anything but helping when
that
I'm
was
trying to play this right now.
deceitful.
Maybe we are stuck in FNAF 2 because I feel like an absolute babysitter.
Why did you have to remind me of FNAF 2? Now I'm getting PTSD of Balloon Boy and his sick little laugh when he took the batteries from you.
Really getting worked up over Balloon Boy. He's not even in this game. You think you would have moved on
5,
to another
please.
antagonist to despise.
If there isn't a local child to lash out against, he doesn't have a strong hatred.
There is a character called Baby in here, though.
Speaking of a child, I think we found the next one that you can insult, Don.
I'm about to insult you. Why are you just sitting there?
I have to. I mean, he's just sitting at the door. It just turned 5 a.m. too.
You might have to thug it out. If that means taking a chance with the doors open, then so be it. We don't have enough power for this.
That's what I'm doing. But if it's
no.
right at the door, I can't keep it open.
1% Obama, I think we're toast.
Is there any delay when the power goes off?
No.
Ah!
You didn't get stabbed, Obama. You died in a horror game. Relax.
Also, I think you already know the answer to the question.
I know
unlike
it.
The first game, you do not have a delay where you just sit in the dark.
And for those of you wondering, how am I not afraid? How am I not jump scared? I've been playing Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I have been jump scared, spooked, and basically chased down to near unaliveness, if that even a word. And YouTube's, you can review my ass when you're done with this because you age restrict one of my videos. And believe me, you can review my ass cheeks because you guys are terrible when it comes to reviewing videos. I barely any curse. I censor stuff out and make sure that I follow your terms of service, which you don't even follow yourselves, and just basically rain on my parade. Where was I? I feel like, well, I was playing Resident Evil and I've grown numb somewhat to the horror element, and I'm planning on streaming separate ways because that is a new part of Resident Evil that I have yet to play. So I'm gonna be jumping in new, and there's gonna be more jump scares for me to just scare myself the living daylights out of me. So for now, let's finish this up and let's get to it. I hope Donnie's the one who wins this.
You immediately suffer the consequences.
It would have been nice to know that before my face was caved in like a mine shaft.
I mean, you already did from the last time you got jump scared.
Yeah, but I thought it could have just been a chance that I was fed the short end of the stick.
Nope, that's something to note. There is no buffer when the power goes out. You immediately die.
Wow.
Enough of the small talk. The world's best security guard is here, so roll out the red carpet and start the show.
I want to say something clever, but I just don't have the energy, Don. Take the
Same.
keyboard already.
You know what's something I see in the comments a lot?
You still read the comments? I thought you didn't have time anymore.
I go around every now and then, but I do have my own things outside of this.
I do my best. Anyways, I see a decent amount of people going through stressful times, and they actually use our videos to help them through it.
Same.
We're trying to have a talk here, baby. Quit yammering.
Would you look at that, Obama? People look up to us.
We are not the people to look up to.
The government in general is not people to look up to. We just make videos.
Moving on, I think it might be a great idea to give people advice.
Again, I don't think we're the best motivational speakers on the planet.
I just don't care.
Well, of course you don't care. You don't care about your
It's
own
Donnie,
family.
what
Why
do you
would you
expect?
about our audience?
Great way to read between the lines, dingus. You see why that comment didn't affect me? You want to know why, Obama?
Can we just get to Joe's point already?
Sometimes I don't understand why people do the things that they do.
Baby, please stop.
This is about Joe's point. I don't care, Obama. Think about it. If I were to care about what every single person had to say about me, would that make me a happy man?
Well, no. You've already told me that you can't please.
Donnie, are you gonna check the cameras or something? Because I don't know if I should expect a jump scare right now or not, because you're not moving or doing anything. It's already 1 a.m. and you got 84% power, which is a whole lot better than Brock.
Please everybody.
That's my point. That's my advice. I simply don't care. Because caring about every little thing that happens in life doesn't do anything for you.
It's too tolling on the body, I've heard.
Exactly my point, Obama. Out of all of the things you worry about, have any of them added a single moment to your life?
I can't say they have, no.
So why are you going to spend precious time that you can't make up worrying about people who don't provide anything to your life?
I thought this was advice for the audience, not me.
It sort of merged into both. But seriously, how are you going to let someone tell you how to live your own life? That's pathetic. Stand up for yourself and become the man you're supposed to be.
So that we can hide.
Well, I see the vision and where you're coming from.
Imagine if I would have listened to every criticism about my business, every nagging headache from my father. I would have never outgrown my father or his legacy. There comes a time in life when it is best to simply not care. Now is that time.
Okay. I see where you're coming from.
Nice. Them agreeing.
Not too shabby of advice.
The best advice for the best audience, the very best.
Anything that you have to say, Barack?
There's a lot of sayings and phrases that people have probably heard to motivate themselves.
You just heard Donald uncork a whole York graduation speech, after all.
The one time I try to be nice around here.
I guess the best thing I could say is just learn how to get stuff done. Just get stuff done.
That was close.
Baby, shut up. I'm trying to listen to my good friend Obama. Keep your thoughts to a monologue.
Donald's right. You can never make back wasted time. Cast out all the anxieties, all the overthinking, and all the distractions, and just get stuff done.
That probably would have meant a lot more if you didn't hear a whiny animatronic in the background.
For the first time in our lives, I think we all agree on something. That baby is annoying. What a time to be alive.
Regarding your advice, it was a proper business response. I like that, Obama. A terrific response, very terrific.
I appreciate that, Don. I'm just speaking from the heart.
It's nice that you guys hold such bold philosophies.
I'd love to hear the old Cracker Barrel rocking chair advice you have to say, Joe.
Hey, cool it.
Well, as we've said before, life is never easy. Something's always going on that it feels like the world will cave in at any given moment.
I think the Middle East is a prime example of that.
For everyone out there that finds it hard to keep going. So do I, and so does Donald, and so does Barack. And you guys have probably heard this a million times, but it does get better. It really does.
You have to...
In the end, everything will be okay.
Yep.
And if it isn't okay, then it isn't the end.
I always live by the point that there's always a silver lining at every storm. A lot of people tend to complain and whine in this. I'm sorry if I offend some of you guys, but I'm just saying, I'm just sharing my experience with you guys. I've been through a lot myself, and these videos, these kinds, before the AI even show up, even what I'm going through right now, being exhausted and all, I've suffered so many times in my lifetime at an early age that escapism really is something that helps a person trying to numb the pain by escaping to another world like this or that. Our fantasy games, our video games, our writing, our drawings, every type of hobby you can use to get away from emotional trauma and pain. I'm not saying always turn your back on it, but you have to confront it one day. But when everything gets too much, it's nice to slow down and just chill out like here and watch these kinds of videos. If you guys want to watch this without my dumbass ruining it for you, the link to the video is in the description below. I should have said this earlier, but my mind is already scattered. There's a lot of bad things that happen to me, and videos like these helps me get through it all. I had to move on with my house being burned down. I had to move on when my brother passed away. Do you know, for an entire day, or at least, this is a little heart to heart with you guys at the end of this series, and talking about losing family members because Afton lost his daughter. To me, when I lost my brother, you can't imagine what it feels like, nor can you comprehend how much emotion that just kept me awake, stressed, the point that I cried so much to the point that I literally ran out of tears. I couldn't cry anymore. I can still cry now, but I cried enough for that entire month when we were at his wake and then funeral. It really drained me. I slept for one whole day. That's how much stress I went through. To all of you who feels like life is hard, just Tough it out. It'll get better. You can't just give up and just lie down and say, I quit. No. My brother wouldn't want me to quit college when he went away. So even though I failed one subject, I made sure that I passed the rest of them because my mind was completely trying to keep moving forward and keep its focus. And believe me, it took a lot out of me. And if you guys love and enjoy my reaction videos and moments like this, I hope that I can be a blessing and a lesson to you because that's what my content is most of the time. Sharing trivia, lessons, advice, story times. I hope you guys enjoy this and leave a comment down below. Make sure to help this channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one. Just kidding, we still have to finish this. I'll see you in the next video. Be there or be square. Remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe.
Feel like we're football dads trying to pick the kid that just got mopped by a linebacker.
Everyone feels knocked down after all. Only thing you can do is get back up.
Now we just wait for Tim Allen to come out of a backstage curtain and deliver some slapstick.
This isn't Christmas with the Cranks, Don.
Give it 2 months.
I gotta say, for your first time at this rodeo, you really are doing a good job at keeping everything in check, Donald.
Of course I am. Have we forgotten what the name tag says? I have a reputation to hold as the world's best security guard. And as such, I'll be carrying out my duties with nothing but extreme ease.
It's funny you say that because you're at the exact same amount of power I was at when I ran out the last time. In my professional security guard opinion,
Donnie,
you should go light on the doors and the cameras. Unless you want that reputation ruined.
Why is the ghost of Oliver Twist saying hello to me? Does this take place in the UK? Why is he British?
Donald, you're
was
too
close.
focused on the way a child speaks and not playing the game.
Please, Donnie, clutch
Although
this.
her father, William Afton, has an American accent. So that is kind of weird.
Talk normally. You're not in the land of weird teeth and pantyhose. Are you defective or something?
Why do children upset you this much?
And why do you always hate British people?
Listen, I'm not saying that I hate them, but doesn't she sound really annoying? Ah!
Something tells me that you had that coming to you, Don.
I swear, if I get the minigame on top of this, I might flip. Yeah, I'm done. It's Donald Trump here wanting to thank all of our members for supporting us.
Let's get this done.
Before we start this episode, I would like to thank all of our members for making this possible. To become a member, click the join button below our videos. All right, this is the episode that we have to beat this night.
Yep,
we
you
can't
need
let this
to finish
run
it
rampant
now.
anymore.
Easier said than done, Joe. We've been playing Go Fish with a tentacle monster and have lost every round. What do you want us to do different?
This is not
Try
a
not to use
hentai.
the cameras as much and rely on your ability to detect where the sounds are coming from.
That was my plan. The world's best security guard will adapt and overcome.
Geez, you read like ChatGPT sometimes, Donald.
What's ChatGPT?
So you know the advancement of artificial intelligence recently, right?
Yep.
Right.
Well, as the forefront of AI had been implemented in our official cybersecurity years ago, everyday citizens were able to obtain and develop source code that fetched data from a giant pool of resources to make one intelligent engine.
Put that into baby words.
I think Joe can understand that.
He's talking for himself.
I was actually referring to both of us.
Fair enough.
The computer is the best, the very best.
Now we're talking my language.
So what about this thing?
One of its features is that it can simulate people talking to each other, or even carry out whole arguments.
So what are you saying? Do you want us to pretend that we're getting into an argument?
Let's throw up a prompt about us and see where we can get to.
Baby, have you ever heard of the quiet game?
What are you putting in?
I'm putting in the prompt that says, simulate Donald Trump asking questions to Joe Biden about the Senate. And this is what it spits out. Let's read it like a script here.
This is stupid. I'm trying to play a game here.
Let's entertain him.
Hey, Joe, I've been thinking about the Senate lately. It's a pretty important part of our government, wouldn't you say? Is this AI half-coded? Of course I know this. I'm a president, not a third-grade teacher.
Absolutely, Donald. The Senate plays a crucial role in shaping our nation's laws and policies. What's on your mind? Huh, not that off.
Well, I always found it interesting.
That's what we get for
how
AI.
The Senate can impact the direction of the country. What do you think about the filibuster? Some people say it slows things down, while others think it protects minority rights. Why is it making me talk like Miss Frizzle?
It's painting you as some sort of man of courtesy and honor, Donald. Was it drunk when it made this?
It can indeed slow down legislative progress, but it's also meant to ensure that different viewpoints are considered before making significant decisions. I feel like I'm doing an
What the hell did you know? How did you know?
I get that, but you know, during my time, we had a Republican majority in the Senate. I can't do this anymore. I have to play the game, and this is terrible.
That was certainly something.
To be fair, the way you guys really act isn't that documented, so the resource that it pulls from isn't that true.
It makes us look as formidable as the Teletubbies. I must be brain dead or something.
Guys, do you know what time of the month it is?
I didn't know Jill still got those, but it is Michelle's time of the month, too.
Oh, no.
I was talking about Halloween, Barack.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Gross.
I don't want to hear it. You held a Disney parade when your daughter got married.
Pixar. Disney has gone too woke for our families and needs to be condemned by DeSantis.
Pixar.
Anyways, we've gone this entire month of October without really mentioning Halloween. And that is a bit of an issue considering we run a channel entirely.
Oh, for the guys that follow me, for all of you that's been following me in this Spooktober, the Halloween season, I will be playing Resident Evil 4 Remake separate ways on Sunday if I'm fully 100% back in action. So look forward to that, and I hope you guys enjoy the amount of fear that I'll be. I think I got numb. I got numb to the freaking ganados. Is that what you call them? The villagers, the zombie villagers. I think I gotten used to them by now, or at the very least, as Leon and the playthrough, and I have practically memorized the entire freaking layout of the main story to unlock some secrets, to fully get every unlockables, because my achievements, there's only a few things left. So I hope you guys enjoy me playing that, and I'll see you there on Spooktober. We're almost there, boys and girls.
Dedicated to horror games.
It's not like we're the kill count, unless we're counting how many times Ennard has strangled us with its own spinal cord.
3,
Kill
I
count
think.
always goes over horror
or 4.
movies. It's almost like a similar genre to what we do.
Let's be real, this isn't Presidents Play Horror Games. This is Presidents Play Five Nights at Freddy's, starring Baldy and Akamanto.
You think I'm not aware of that and not trying to fix it?
I know my criticism is always appreciated, Joe.
What are your guys' thoughts on Halloween anyways?
What do you expect me to say? It's a terrific time for family and sweet treats. It's always a good time, a very good time when you can dress up as something like a vampire or a monster and beg for candy.
I didn't know Lauren Boebert was a Halloween costume.
I was going to say Mitch McConnell.
Are you kidding me? Who wants to be a dying slug for Halloween?
Speaking of
Oh
politicians...
my gosh, Donnie,
you know,
chill
there's people that go
out
as
with
us,
that.
right?
I thought that was just common knowledge. Most young kids dress up as the people they most want to be. And I think we can all agree that everyone would want to live a day in my shoes.
I don't know. Clown shoes are pretty big. Most kids won't be able to fit in them.
Well, hospital patients don't wear shoes either, so I guess it's all even.
Don't get me started on your...
Clown shoes for Donnie, and then hospital shoes for Joe. I wonder what's Joe's clap back to Brock. What is he gonna say?
Well, hospital patients don't wear shoes either, so
Yup.
I guess it's all even.
Don't get me started on your feet, Barack.
How did we get to talking about toes? This isn't Feet Finder. What do we think of Halloween?
We really are old.
I am a big fan of this, the entire horror genre, you name it, and I probably have either seen it or read about it. Of course, Halloween, being a tradition about horror, is on that list too.
What do you mean, the entire horror genre?
Any media related to horror, books, movies, video games, folk tales.
Wait, books? You're telling me those onion-stained eyes can read?
Not as well as they used to, but I consumed an absurd amount of horror back in the day. For example, I used to love reading Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. You just hit me with
right
a wave
there?
of nostalgia. I entirely forgot
Why'd you
about
open the
those
door?
books.
That's the series that R.L. Stein wrote, right?
I don't
They
know.
were small
Can someone
horror
tell me?
stories that typically followed crazy situations
How can you tell
that
if it's
led to
gone?
monsters. Sort of like a kid-friendly version of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
That's another thing I forgot I watched.
I remember my daughters would bring home those books from school all the time. I picked up one of those books out of curiosity, and it was about this wooden dummy that comes to life.
Yeah, you're talking about
Pinocchio.
Slappy. He's pretty much the mascot of the Goosebumps
Slappy?
series.
What's with authors and making inanimate objects come to life?
To be fair, it is a very creepy doll. It would be a missed opportunity not to
Slappy?
make something out of it.
Speaking of, there's this game that actually has Slappy in it, along with
4
a
a.m.
couple
and you're
other
18%.
characters.
This is
It's
a load
called
of
Emily
bull.
Wants to Play. We might have to try it out sometime. It could be fun.
Whenever you say the word fun in a horror game, it typically isn't fun. Are you serious right now?
So much for Halloween
Not
fright.
expecting that.
I'm not even scared anymore. I'm just annoyed. It's like FNAF 2 all over again.
Well, I think you guys have struggled enough. Considering I want this to end before we drag the series on, I think it's best if I step in and carry the workload for this one. Or at least try.
Well, throw Slappy to Ennard. He might have a solution for you.
I'm grabbing the tequila
okay.
if we're going to be here another 30 tries.
Something you guys
gonna get
haven't
drunk?
commented on is the monitors in front of us. Don't they look familiar?
Wait,
It's the
one
room
on the
from
right is
FNAF
the
4.
hallways with plush trap from FNAF 4.
I think you meant the monitor on the left.
Yeah, that.
Obama, I think they all might be from FNAF 4. The bed and the bedroom are on the other monitors.
So what does this even mean? I thought you said FNAF 4 was just a dream.
I said that it was heavily speculated to be a dream. I never said that it was a surefire guarantee. A lot of what I said was just speculation anyways, but you can't really deny what you see.
So does that mean that the fourth game was before Sister Location?
And what does William Afton have to do with all this?
That's what the lore explanation will reveal. After the FNAF movie, I plan to explain everything then.
This might be the first time the universe has physically compelled me to say that I am not looking forward to being the world's best security guard.
So you're pretty much a jack of all trades when it comes to horror stuff, right, Joe?
I'd say so. I'm
Yeah,
not an expert
it's the
on
only
every
thing
little
he's good
ever,
at.
but I do know a decent amount of media around horror.
He's obsessed with it, unhealthily, if I might add.
Nothing wrong with a guy that develops hobbies over the small things in life.
Well, an adjacent
Same,
subject
same.
to that matter is horror movies, Joe. Since you're the concierge of horror games,
Concierge.
what would be your favorite horror movie?
Interesting, really putting me on the spot here. Might take some time to conjure up an answer and a reason.
I have no favorites when it comes to horror movies, but if you're gonna ask me the most scariest horror movies I watched my entire life, and I'm not counting the ones when I'm an adult because I've grown at least accustomed to it. But when I was a kid, my family watched a show that scared the living bananas right out of me. And no, it's not aliens when being hunted down by a xenomorph. And I know that imprint lasted on me for a good portion of my childhood. That I have to always look up, making sure that there's nothing up there waiting to jump down my ass. The one movie that scared me to high heaven is basically what was the Ghosts? I know it's Ghosts. 13 Ghosts. That movie really put the fear right into me when I watched it for the first time along with my family. It was the worst moment of my life watching that damn movie. 13, at least one of them is not violent compared to the rest. Basically 12. No. It's 13 Ghosts is 11 ghosts that are completely and utterly hostile and you cannot see them and you need special glasses or a special material to see them in a moving house that could possibly trap you with one of them. Unless you're hiding behind one of those glass thingies to protect yourself. But I digress. That was the scariest movie in my entire life.
Why?
I'll go for you, Joe. If we're talking about horror movies, the cream of the crop has got to be A Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, Freddy Krueger stalks you in your dreams. How cool is that?
It is unique to say the least. An interesting twist on a slash.
How in the hell did my... Oh, great, YouTube. You really do really love to piss me off in any way, shape, or form. The video is buffered. What the frick?
An interesting twist on a slasher genre that has been mostly oversaturated.
Think about having that superpower, Obama. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Well, you know what? I'm going to torture you in your dreams tonight. How about them apples?
Freddy Krueger's victim list typically strayed alongside young adults, though.
Don't try to argue logistics with me. If the lady's going 25 miles an hour in a 40 zone, she's going to feel some pain that night.
Nice to know you don't care about what you say online.
I don't live off the opinions of the woke. Thank you very much.
We could go all day with this, but I think I have my answer, Barack.
Let's hear it from the
What?
horror guru himself.
I think my favorite movie, and the most well-constructed for natural effects, is The Thing.
The movie
Oh,
about
The
scientist in
Thing.
the snow?
That's scary
Yeah,
too.
there's a shape-shifting creature amongst them, and they have to deduce which people it could have infected.
Everything about it.
The very first, I don't know if someone's gonna argue with me again in the comment section. I think The Thing might be the first movie I've ever seen that gives me the Among Us vibes. Because of Among Us, the imposter. I think that's how it was based off to, because The Thing was basically a guessing game where paranoia and panic sets in, that one of you is not who you say you are, and you have to take a guess on who it is. And if you guess wrong, that thing will go after you, or basically imitate you and kill you off, and then do it to the rest of the party. It's just, that's so freaking scary to think about. Even though that 13, I would say 13 Ghosts still scares me like the crap, because you can't do anything to protect yourself besides hiding behind glass. And if something were to happen with those glass, with the enchantments embedded into it, you're good as toast and you cannot defend yourself. Unlike The Thing, all you need is just some gasoline and a match, and game over for The Thing. All you have to do is just burn him and make sure it doesn't touch you. The 13 Ghosts, they can ragdoll you all over the place, or scratch you to ribbons, or do anything else to you. But, man, the feeling of helplessness gets me worse.
It is great. The story builds to an amazing finish. The practical effects are amazing. And my favorite aspect out of all of them is that the scientists are intelligent individuals.
Yep, no one's stupid.
It's not just people making stupid decisions like all horror movie tropes. Yep. They're just smart people who let their humanity get the best of them.
It's interesting because while The Thing itself is the main antagonist, it puts the limitation of trustworthiness on the line. They had to not only survive The Thing, but they had to survive themselves as well. I think that's not very credited for the attention it's given.
Of course, my favorite movie might change, especially if I can see the FNAF movie coming up.
I can't wait to see the mess at the movie theater.
What's your favorite horror movie, Barack?
What's the 44th president going to pick here?
My favorite horror movie would probably have to be Jaws.
Please tell me the first one.
Of course, the first one.
Okay. We would have had a problem if you said the third movie.
The Attack of the 3D Printer.
Never before has a movie created a visceral fear and hatred of something as irrelevant as shark attacks. And it did it to an amazing degree. I think it was one of the first innovations as a horror movie because it massively transformed people's courage to swim in the ocean.
Sort of like it was the granddaddy
Keep
of all
coming
horror
back
movies.
to the vent.
Yeah, that makes sense. It paved the way for a lot of movies that would follow after.
Like a true pioneer.
Wait, you got to 3 a.m. with over half your power. How did you do that?
Like I've said before, managing your power is incredibly crucial, just like the first game. It's also more difficult, too, because...
I think that if I analyze this correctly, every time Ennard makes a noise, it means he's just inching closer. So the first sign of noise, it means it's on the... And I notice each camera has two positionings. One when he's in the hallway, and two when he's right at the door. So basically, if I analyze it correctly, it might mean that every time he makes a noise, always close the door on the second time he does make the noise. I noticed that every time the second noise comes in, he's right there at your entry point. So shut the door, and you don't have to keep watching on the camera. I think that once you find him in the camera, shut it off quickly so it doesn't drain power, because it's pointless, because he's gonna stay on one pathing. It's not random like he's on the hallway on the right, one noise, and then he's on the hallway on the left or in the vent. So I think it's just timing everything and analyzing and just hitting it at the right moment. Once he made the noise at the door, instantly open it to make sure that the energy does not drain as fast as possible.
There isn't time after the clock that'll help us. We need to reach 6 a.m. before the power goes out.
We're on the right track so far. What's been the most challenging for you, Joe?
Just like the last game, it's imperative to pay attention to the sounds, to conserve as much power as possible. Yep. And these ears can only pick up sounds as well as they do. Luckily, this game isn't so dependent as the fourth one when it comes to audio.
Yeah.
So if your hearing aid starts making a crackling noise,
breathing
all
noise.
of America is about to see the current president take an underwater visit to Davy Jones' locker.
I think if my hearing aid starts making a crackling noise, I might already be underwater.
And it would still be better than listening to Baby ramble on like an old person at a Bob Evans.
The important thing to remember is that we're almost done with the game, and we'll never have to hear this rambling session again.
Yeah, but I can't help but remember Joe talking about how the quality of the games improve over time. And I'm scared for what the next game has to offer.
Buckle your seatbelt and prepare for 3 times more yapping sessions than we have now.
I can't tell if that's sarcasm
Oh,
dragging in your
no.
voice or just old age. I'm hoping for the former of the two.
Maybe it's better if you don't know then.
I don't want to jump on the hype train too much, but you're already
You
at 5
skipped.
a.m. We just need to stretch to the mark a bit more, and we might have the win.
Please don't shatter the mirror, Obama. I really don't want 7 years of
I hear a
bad luck.
noise. Where's
I
it
don't
coming
even
from?
know if we have 7 years left.
However you say the old folktale, I really do not want to play through this again. A part of me is just sitting here waiting for Ennard to devour us whole.
I don't think any of us want that. This isn't even a custom night, but we really don't want to play this night for 30 more times.
It's right there.
I'd rather eat dirt, figuratively and literally.
I think it helps we have Joe the horror sorcerer here. I allowed him to tap into my power as the world's best security guard. It's only fair that he would be doing so well.
I don't know about all of that, but Joe is performing incredibly well. He's practically spawn camping the button as soon as he hears a sound.
You have to have quick reaction times with this sort of night.
5%, Joe? Don't
Whoa!
fall asleep on the monitors now.
He just goes out and comes back. Please just end. Please just end. Please.
And there we go. It's done.
We've been freed from the yap sessions, Obama. It's over.
That's how you know that we're getting old. We don't even celebrate that we beat the night. We're just slightly relieved at the inconvenience it posed as.
Oh, come on. You've got to admit that it's been a pretty big inconvenience. Oh, not this thing.
I forgot about this. It's been half a century
Hello.
since we were able to watch it.
There's the exotic butters. Happy ending. Good ending.
This is the
You can
vampire,
add it
right?
to your popcorn.
That
And
answer
some
your
salt.
question?
Call that a house? It was like a morgue in there.
I may be undead, but you're heartless.
They don't have the best communication, it seems.
To be fair, I think I'm a better father than this guy.
He ate the cat.
What?
Sounds like something he got from your side of the family.
Interesting.
Well, how's this? I'm keeping the diamond ring.
The joke's on you. I found it in a kid's meal.
You bought a kid's meal?
What?
Oh, Vlad!
Clara.
What's happening?
What am I watching?
Oh my
Get a room at
gosh.
least.
Wait,
That's
is that the
all it
resolution of
took
the
for you
show?
to patch up kids meal?
Between Vlad and Clara stand up against all obstacles. But what about the baby?
He's actually eating the
What about
cat?
the
Someone
backchild
punt that
support?
baby.
Stay tuned next season for those answers and more.
Well, that was certainly something.
This show gets another season, but mine gets taken off the air. Make it make sense. What?
Joe?
Why
How?
is he here? And why is he doing the stanky leg in our living room?
Hey, I'm just here to eat popcorn.
How did it escape
what
the
do we even do
facility?
about this? How
What?
did
Now
it
it's
even
gonna
escape to
strangle
begin
you?
with?
And now it's fading to black.
Oh, you're dead. Oh, you're gone. Oh, you're gone. You're unalived.
And now it's the credits
Screw
again.
YouTube.
Are you serious? That was the good ending? What does this even mean? How am I more confused than the last time?
Donald, before you start freaking out, the canon ending is the bad ending.
Oh,
The
come
one
on.
where we get scooped. So you don't have to worry about the continuity of this ending.
Oh, that
Great.
blows.
Now I only have to feel half bad about getting my skin worn.
So I guess we're on to the custom night now, right?
Actually, I don't think we'll be playing the custom night. Yes, it adds more animatronics to the playing field, but we've been playing this game for quite some time.
Yep.
And I want to prepare for the new movie coming up.
So wait, that's it? We're going to move
I
on
still
to the
haven't
lore
changed my
explanation
camera.
now?
There's one more thing that I want to show you guys. It has to do with this game, but I personally don't want to replay each night to get it. I'll just pull a video of it up.
What the?
Is this a guy just leaving his house? What's with all the cheery music? And why is every single neighbor in the tri-state area out there waving to him?
is this the thing you had to show us, Joe? I mean, I know
I
it's
think
FNAF
that's the
due to
security
the art
guard.
style, but I'm confused how this relates to the game at all.
He's purple
Yeah,
guy
this is it.
with a purple
Yeah,
shirt.
It may be a bit confusing, but just wait some time and you'll figure out why we're watching this.
Well, there he goes. Seemingly, not a single intelligent thought going on in that brain. And I guess we're doing it all over again.
This guy is certainly a favorite amongst the neighborhood. He seems so jolly, too. I wonder why he's so happy to exist.
Is this what the Truman Show is about?
Basically.
One
Does
of them
this guy
is not waving.
ever not be happy-go-lucky? Why do you walk like you have a Pringle can in the middle of your intestines?
Hey, Donald, do you notice anything weird? Like how some of the neighbors are no longer waving at him? And how his skin looks slightly darker?
Are you saying that this person resides in Harrison, Arkansas?
What? No, what does that have to do with anything?
Never mind. You wouldn't get the joke.
Do you see what's wrong with his skin now?
Wait, this is the purple guy. I didn't know he was literally purple. I thought it was just an indicator.
I think you guys can already see it, but now he's not too popular amongst his neighbors.
Yeah, some of them are even hiding behind their own houses while they watch him just saunter by. How creepy.
Willy Wonka ate the wrong gobstopper this time.
What is happening right now?
I don't even have any reaction to
hell?
this anymore. This creature with the posture of a snake is who bodied the children.
Hold on,
everybody
is
should be
this
hiding from him.
entered
He looks like
inside
an
the
overgrown
skin?
eggplant.
Yeah,
Because
it
it
must be certainly
slowly
something to
turned
witness
purple.
firsthand.
And the freakazoid just keeps moving on like nothing is a problem.
I don't even... wait, something is happening.
Is he trying to pose for a photo? Wait, what's moving in his body?
What am I looking at? What the...
Did he just throw up a Honda Accord? What was that?
Entered.
Wait, Donald, this is us. I think we just threw up Ennard.
Is that what that was? And now the voices are getting louder.
Why does it keep saying we won't die, we're already dead? And it's not stopping either.
What the? Is he a snake? How did he just compose himself from a coil?
Well, wait, Donald, look at the drain. Look at all those eyes. That really was Ennard.
I give up. I physically cannot make sense of this game anymore. I was following with the first 4 games, and now it's like I just got thrown into the middle of a hedge maze.
I know it's confusing, but to briefly summarize it, we didn't
Please.
actually die when we were scooped. Ennard used our body to escape, but we end up throwing it up because it can't fit in there. Somehow we wind up living.
I'm not going to ask. Just take us to the 6th game, Joe.
Let me recap. We work at
How
the
did you
sister
survive?
location. It's haunted. The owner's daughter dies. We end up getting lied to and scooped, and eventually we end up throwing up what was put in us. Simple enough?
Just take us to the 6th game, Joe.
Please. Thank you. And that ends the entire Sister Location series. And if I have to make heads or tails about the lore, if I remember correctly, the previous games tell that we were fired. We were fired because of tampering with the animatronics, and number 2, the odor, the smell. So there's a high possibility that we're the rotting carcass. I think the security guard in FNAF 1 is this guy. I've heard some theories that this purple guy, not the real purple guy, that's William Afton, and this new purple guy, because he was wearing the purple shirt, meaning that one is either a security guard or he's directly related to William Afton. And since his son and his daughter are now gone, Elizabeth and freaking what was the crying child. I think there's no name for that kid. The crying child and Elizabeth are now gone. The only kid left was what's his name? Michael. So this might be Michael Afton, and he was the security guard in the first game. I don't know what his name. I don't know the name of the check, but I'll try and look it up and try and make sense of it on the next series And I hope you guys enjoy the theory and the tidbits and the trivia that I add into my reaction in this. And I really hate the jump scares. It still caught me off guard. It's no longer a pathological fear of they're all over the place and they're ready to kill you. It's just, when are you gonna just jump me and I'm just done? And my voice is finally giving up. And my throat is hurting a bit. So I need to go. Until next time, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. This full series will be uploaded to the main channel, where everything is compressed into one gigantic video. So go there in the main channel, Buster sub, if you really want to. It's really up to you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button to defeat the tyrannical YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in the next video. Be there or be square. Buster here, finally signing out.